I have made that file as a separate one and this one as a separate one. So that thing which is general discussion, you will not waste your time in doing the recording if it is required. So our pre-seen material is about a company named as Kwirtmak. And we are the senior finance manager in the organization, not a student in the exam. Till the time you feel you are a student, your write-up will never be good. Once you feel you are working in the company, you are a senior finance manager, you will be able to write your answer in much better way as compared to what you can write without thinking that. Because if you are communicating to anybody, if you know who you are and to whom you are communicating, what you need to communicate, then obviously the communication level goes up. So till the time the student think that we are a student in the exam, you can't pass. In ACC SBL also. In ACC SBL, the questions are not that every time you are senior finance manager, sometime you are CFO, sometime you are a management consultant like that. But in CIMA, for the entire paper, you are said as senior finance manager. And you are directly reporting to the board members. You are reporting to the board members. Every answer write-up should reflect the business thinking, not the textbook theory. You are doing some research from Chat GPT anywhere, because nowadays since 2022, I am also using, I'm not saying. I have also used many Chat GPT and different models to make these notes. I'm not questioning. मेरे को एग्जाम नहीं देना है सर, आपको देना है. आपको अपने फ्लेयर में लिखना होगा. वो नहीं बनेगा अगर आप खुद से प्रैक्टिस. शांतनु, यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. कोई भी जन है, दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि व्हाट द सर वांट टू से. The examiner is not checking how much you know. They are not concerned. Suppose, just example, Farhan will say, sir, I am the most knowledgeable student in the class. Keep it with yourself. I'm just saying. They are checking, the examiner are checking whether you can analyze a situation, whether you understand the problem, business problem, and whether you can give a practical solution to the board members. Can you recommend a practical suggestion to the organization in the given situation? Whenever any case exhibit is given, analyze. Don't come to conclusion. क्या बोल रहे नहीं बोल रहे समझिए. अंडरस्टैंड इसके अंदर बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम क्या है, कंपनी के लिए क्या इश्यू है और क्या उसको आप सॉल्यूशन दे. दिस इज कैन बी डन ओनली. नो चैट जीपीटी कैन डू दिस. Whatever AI model is there, this cannot be done by AI model. This can be done by human being only, you and me, to help the board members in taking the right decision. You start thinking like a manager. Whenever you explain anything, ask yourself that in the given situation, what would I be doing if actually I will be there in the company. आपको वैसे सोचना यही है कि आप इस कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं, you are working in the company, and always before writing, before saying anything, think that if actually you are in this situation, how you will handle this. You will find that maybe presently not, but whenever I will discuss anything, I will take very, very practical examples. My business example, anybody working anywhere, I will take that example to support whatever we are saying, whatever we are discussing is logical, practical, possible. We are not saying anything which is impractical. That is the first thing we should keep in mind, that we are not a student. We are a senior finance manager. We need to analyze the situation, find the problem, find the issue, and how we can solve the issue and the problem. Not as a student, as a company's, you can say senior finance manager, understanding the nature of the company, what we should be suggesting to the company so that the problem can be resolved. The examiner is going to test this, not going to test your knowledge, how much you have, what you are putting in your copy, in your write-up as a business problem solution. In simple, if we go with the understanding the industry, what they have covered in the pre-scene, then Kwirtmak operates in a 3D printing business. They are producing 3D printers. They are manufacturing 3D printers. Others also, the industry is related to 3D printing printers, which is also named as in the pre-scene as additive manufacturing, helping in the manufacturing process in better way as compared to traditional manufacturing. That is the job of 3D printers. The key idea is very simple, that instead of cutting materials and then building product, in place of that, layer by layer. Layer by layer means, suppose मेरे को कुछ बनाना है, आई वॉन्ट टू मेक सम आइटम आफ्टर द क्लास. सुबह से तीसरा क्लास चल रहा है, मेरे को इसके बाद थोड़ा इंजॉयमेंट, बिकॉज आई लाइक कुकिंग. मैं सोचा मेरे को कुछ बनाना है, तो हम महाराज जी जैसे कुक जैसे नहीं काम करते. आई विल सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अ वीडियो. नाउ व्हाट आर द इंग्रेडिएंट्स दे आर सेइंग, so that ingredients I will make ready before starting anything. Whatever is required, any masala or anything, I will make first of all ready. And once it is ready, I will see video 2-3 times when they are mixing what and when. Layer by layer. Even while doing the cooking, I will go on switching off, switching on, this pause video, बार बार मैं करते जाऊंगा. It is not that कि आपने मटेरियल मशीन में डाला और आउटपुट निकल गया. No sir. Layer by layer, small step, so that precision, so that accuracy will be coming quite significantly. This type of manufacturing process is not possible for mass production. I cannot do cooking like this every day. फिर पढ़ाना बंद करना पड़ेगा. So I mean to say that if I am doing layer by layer, small steps I am taking. The 3D printing will be doing the manufacturing process like this. Whether you are talking about automobile, whether you are talking about health, medical, whether you are talking about any industry where precision, quality, strength, flexibility, very important, then 3D printing is the solution. So it's an industry which developed in last 10-15 years. Maybe we are there since 1992, but major development last 10-15 साल, और आने वाला भविष्य, future is very bright for this industry because this is technological age. So we are in an industry, we means Kwirtmak is in an industry which is a growing industry, high demand industry. But then this industry is based on quality, efficiency, accuracy. If that is not there, maybe you are part of a growing industry, you can't grow. We say that this 3D printing manufacturing process have changed the manufacturing system totally. The traditional manufacturing system is for mass production, but 3D manufacturing is for customization and innovation. When I was reading the pre-scene, I was operated hernia operation in 2008. There is an outside foreign body in my body to protect the hernia, which is called net. It was installed in 2008. But infection happened, and then I was operated in 2009 again. Still the infection was not removed. Still the continuously infection was going on from 8 to 9. Then in 2010 again operated, third time. Then at that time, whatever the foreign body installed in my body, that was removed because it is creating infection. That is removed. Still the infection is not over. Then I operated fourth time in 2011, 8 to 11, very bad period. I operated again fourth time, even though the foreign body is removed, but still the infection was there. Still it was creating problem every time, compounder, doing cleaning and all that, all those things. So I operated again last time, 2011. And now that I did that in Mumbai in place of Kolkata. But still I found that still it is not improving. Now I went to Chennai Apollo. Where to go, sir? So I went there and the Chennai Apollo doctor said, now you are not in a position to be operated. You are not in a position that any further operation should be done on you. So in that case, they gave me injections, 30 milliliter every day. 30 milliliter in one hand, right hand, and then 30 milliliter here. In two hands, they said that it's a heavy dose, but you need to continue this for 2-3 months. And once 30 million, you will take the injection. I think the problems will remove. Okay. Inspection gone. Now I am not interested for any operation, sir. So whenever somebody says that you want to go for any operation, no, sir, not advisable. कोई चीज ठीक करने जाएंगे और उल्टा पड़ जाता है. What I mean to say that कि they are saying that in medical implant some teeth or some limb and all that, which everybody is different, the health, that size and all that, the perfection is required. I understand that because I have been operated for just a net, a small net inserted in my body, and it created me problem 2008 to 11 end. Around 3 to 4 years I suffered every day. Every day I suffered. So I always think that if the accuracy is not there in making that limb or anything, teeth, you understand, what is the problem? Pain in teeth. If anybody must have experienced, never we should experience. Then this is so important that even though it's customized, even though it's innovative thing, but this need to be done in a proper way. And we are, Kwirtmak is not presently involved in the medical equipment. We can see that if we want to test a new product, if we want to develop a new product, then we don't need to go for the full setup. पूरा factory लगाएंगे, machine install करेंगे, and then we will produce. That is not required because of 3D printing. They can quickly, the 3D printing can quickly create a prototype thing. And if a customer wants a customized product, like a unique type of jewelry, this, that, or in the medical implant, 3D printing is perfect solution for that. But that quality, the efficacy, what do you say? The precision is required, which is possible with 3D. But then sometimes the problem may arise. And these problems are very, very big. You will find problem with the customer, with everybody, with regulatory authority. So your quality of the product should be supreme. We are a company which is quality product only. We are the Apple. They have said that we are just like Apple, premium product at premium price. We are not targeting normal common man or common product. Common competition is not there. The 3D printing is low volume, less production, high customization, and high precision and flexibility. That's the industry is about. That is the nature of the industry that they have said in the initial first, second page. If we go specifically about Kwirtmak business model, how we are generating revenue, how we are selling our product and services. So we can see that this is very important for writing any answer, because if you ask about me, what is your business model, how you get revenue? Similarly, we need to understand Kwirtmak, what they are doing. So Kwirtmak earn revenue obviously by two main sources. The first source, selling 3D printers, which is one time. But the second source is what? Selling the accessories, other incidental material relating to that, like HP, selling a printer and then selling cartridge for whole life. Like Gillette Saver. You buy a Gillette Saver and then the Gillette blade you need to buy whole life. So selling printer is important, but it is a one-time sale only, one-time revenue. Regularly, the printer will be requiring material, parts, accessories. That will be. It's like motor car, you can say. First, it sells 3D printers, which is main revenue, which is one time. And then secondly, they sells materials in those printers, which is required on regular basis, recurring basis. So if we attract a customer, attract in the sense we get a customer, then in that case, later on, we will be for whole life getting the order from that customer. The model is very powerful because even after selling the machine, the company can keeps earning by selling the materials and accessories relating to the 3D printing. The company, as I said, is a premium company. They say we are the premium product provider. High quality, high price. If you want quality, come at Kwirtmak. The price is high, quality is also high. And this is very important in exam because they will suggest, can we sell at low price? Apple can sell their phone at 20,000. Here they are selling the phone, when the new phone, 1,80,000 like that. Even though when it is becoming old, then also 70, 80,000. They are never selling at 20, 30,000. They can sell some other brand, they develop that thing. But because the question can come, because they are already facing problem with the competitor is selling more, the competitor revenue is more, the competitor profit is more, we are suffering. So maybe our policy of premium pricing is correct or not. Maximum time it will always be correct. Maximum time. You can't change your nature. Your business model is this only. बढ़िया दाम में बढ़िया चीज बेचना है भाई. जिसको आना है आएगा, जिसको नहीं आना है नहीं आएगा. If we talk of customer needs, different type of customers who want 3D printing, then the customer actually want, mane any company I will say should first of all think about their customers. What the want of the customers, what they want. How can we give satisfaction, or what they want can be supplied to the customer. Customers are mainly concerned in 3D industry about cost, even though we are premium, but they are very cost conscious. Speed, they want the things faster, 3D printing or anything should be given to them very fast. Accuracy, the printing should be giving the outcome most accurate. Strength, something like automobile and other things, strength is very important. And the finish, the quality. As it is written in the pre-scene that you cannot write in the exam, it is written in the pre-scene. I am just saying for the class. You are the senior, you are not saying pre-scene. जब तक आप ये नहीं सोचेंगे कि आप सीनियर, आपका आंसर स्टूडेंट जैसे जाए, गड़बड़ होएगा. मैं क्लास के लिए बोल रहा हूं, लेकिन नहीं अलाउड है. Nowhere you can write कि this is not given in exhibit, this is not written in pre-scene, this is not the way. You are the senior finance manager, you don't know everything about the company, you know man. नहीं भी मालूम है, घुमा के लिखना होएगा. As per my understanding, we should be doing this, that, like that. You can't say pre-scene में नहीं लिखा हुआ, वो गलत language है, wrong language. So I mean to say that we have different type of customers who want different things. The automobile customers want strength, efficiency, accuracy. The, what do you say? Medical customer also wants that. But some jewelry customers, or some generally, what do you say? The decorative item customers, more than the strength and that, they want the look and feel. That airspace want accuracy and strength, which because that is very critical for them for the product to qualify. A small mistake will be very dangerous. You must have seen in last 2 years, I will say, or 1 year, how many accidents of airline happened. Even just 1 day, 2 days before, there was an accident of aircraft. Not in India, anywhere. So the precision is very important. In contrast to decorative items, the appearance, the finish may be more important than, what do we say, the accuracy and all that. So when we are any question in the exam, we are recommending that the company should be bringing this in the product. You can't mention everywhere strength, can't mention everywhere accuracy. You need to see which customer we are serving, क्या बोल रहे हैं वो लोग, scenario क्या है. Accordingly, your write-ups would be there. I can just say that, कि suppose you write, the solution is suitable because, if you say that this is the solution, because it provides higher accuracy, because it provides higher quality, because it provides something higher required in this industry. When they are talking a question about a particular industry and you are suggesting something based on the scenario, you need to build up based on the scenario, why that is good there, why this is to be done there, why it is essential there. When we talk of competition in the industry, we have been given only information of one competitor, that is Bresco. And it is said that they are the direct competitor. They are also selling computers. They are also selling the, printers and their accessories, materials, they are also. But if we look at the financials, then the Bresco is growing, their sales has gone up, their revenue has gone up, their profit has gone up. In our case, what happened? Revenue down, profit down. Clearly, anybody, any common man will say that Bresco is performing far better than us. So what's the problem? Can we say that we are, what do you say, losing the market share? Or we should reduce our prices? Or we are losing in terms of the quality, attracting the customer? Something must be there. But still we are doing huge R&D expenditures. The sale is down, the profit is down, but the R&D expenditure more or less in comparison to last year is same. That means you are doing R&D now. You will get the fruits after 1 year, 2 years. Or maybe there are actually some issues recently which we need to manage. But our competitor is growing, profit, sales, all are better than us. So Kwirtmak need to do something, because when they are losing the market, maybe they are not responding to the requirement of the customers the way they should be or they were. Because of that, they are losing the change, losing the things. Besco growth compared to Kwirtmak decline. Our growth, our sales has declined, a weakening competitive position for Kwirtmak. This is how we can solve. We need to take care. Maybe we can say that I mean to say in the long run, we are strong, but in the short term, we can say that we are facing problem. Why that problem arises? Is there any strategic issue, or it's just a short-term phenomenon which will go over? We need to check. Because मान लीजिए, in a company, because they have said that the demand is not very constant. Sometimes the customers are there, they demand, sometimes they don't demand, sometimes inflation is there. We should not be writing in the exam the war situation and everything. Unless and until they are saying because of war this happened. You should not be writing exceptional thing in the exam that they've written in the first page only in the pre-scene. It's a normal situation, normal business condition, like at the time of Corona. They were saying that forget about Corona in the exam. Unless and until the scenario says something about the current happenings, current situation, you will use that. But आपको अलग से ये नहीं मान के चलना है कि exceptional things are going on. If we do strategic analysis, simple, which is your core area A, B, C also, then Kwirtmak. Yes, sir.
What about the future predictions? Like we should be ready about like if something happens in the future. So are we allowed to discuss about that?
No, if you say about how we will be doing the prediction, then the prediction are possible in two ways. One is subjective, one is objective. Subjective means the opinion of the sales director, the opinion of the operations, the opinion of the CEO, what they are thinking. And objective means statistics. You can say time series, you can say regression analysis. So if you say forecasting about our future, that is done by some different methods or by the subjective opinion. But if you say that whether the future will remain same, like our sales has gone down, like our profit is going down, whether this is going to happen again, then obviously when the board meeting or shareholders meetings are happening, the shareholder must be raising this question that why our sales or profit is down when our Bresco, the competitor, is growing. What's the reason? Then the reason, as I said, there are twofold. One is that presently we are doing some research which is going to give us new product development, which is going to give revenue later. Presently, it has not given the results. Or if you say actually that we are not doing well, that means our sales is down or our profit is down because of some issue in our current customer serving or in our current strategies, whatever we are doing, we are not doing it correctly. The customers are shifting from us to others because they are getting the same quality or maybe better quality at a lower price. that is happening. The shift change is happening. But that should be stopped. That should be stopped very fast, because if this is happening, that our customers are going to others because of whatever reason, then in that case, so it may continue, it may affect the longer term of the organization. But this is just a one phenomenon, 1 year, where it is down. We are long term, we are strategically well placed. Presently, we have suffered some decrease in revenue, but it will cover up. The proof is there, the logic is there with the board members, with the directors, that we are doing this type of research, we are entering in medical sector where we are not there, or we are developing some new product, some new type of printer which can be developed, which can be used in this type of industry. Then ultimately the problem of our not performing well will remove in the coming years, because you are liable to answer to your stakeholders when they ask, maybe as a shareholder, maybe as a financer, anybody who is asking in the meeting that what is the problem that we are facing these issues. Then we need to have a concrete outcome, concrete solution for this, that this is happening because of this reason and this is going to be resolved by this way. We have to have that. Otherwise, the people will sell the shares. They will leave the company. The financiers will start asking the demand for the finance funds which they have given. The suppliers will not be interested in supplying the products to our company. And automatically we are dependent on the suppliers, on the IT and other things for the growth of our business. So if the problem is, I mean to say strategic, that it is not that only this year the sales has not gone down, it will happen next year also, it happened last year, which because those data we don't have. We have just 25 to 26. एक ही साल में हमें दिख रहे गिर रहे. तो मैं ऐसा मान रहा हूं कि ऐसा गड़बड़ बहुत बड़ा है नहीं. Because if that would have been there, they would not be doing so many research and development also. When they are doing, that means the long-term growth of the business is under control. But some 1 year something has happened because of which our sales or profit has gone down. So दो अलग अलग बात है, एक फोरकास्ट करना और एक फोरकास्ट को जस्टिफाई करवाना. whatever forecast is, because at your level they are not going to ask how you forecast. That is, they are asking in operational level. Can we do the forecasting by time series or by the regression analysis? What are the methods of forecasting? At your level, they are saying that more strategy. If this is the problem, how it will be resolved? How we are able to solve, how we are able to justify our stakeholders, shareholders, that the sales and profit in the coming year will be going up. It has gone down because of one phenomenon, but it will be going up. आपको वैसे ही आंसर देना है. आपको ये नहीं बताना है कि फोरकास्ट करेंगे कैसे. दो अलग अलग बातें हैं सर. So what I was telling about strategic analysis. Strategic analysis is going forward for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. What are the strategic issues we are going to deal with? Maybe relating to growth, maybe relating to some problems, some issues which we need to manage going forward. We can say that Kwirtmak strength is high quality product at high prices. And they are strong in R&D. They are very good in innovation and development. The entire pre-scene is saying this. The company is technically strong. They are doing research. They are high quality product supplier, premium price. So strategically, technically, they are very good. But then the problem, why the sales has gone down? Why the profit has gone down? Is because of pricing is high. The customers are moving at other places. Or the sales are actually declining. Why it is declining? Maybe because of demand, that I'm not thinking that the demand is low. Some problem is there with the customers. Either they are not liking, they are moving to competitors. Something is there. There are some major opportunities in medical sector, in demand for advanced materials like, what do you say, the fiber thing to be used. Those are getting opportunities. And the threats are there, especially from strong competition from Bresto and some other organization, and unpredictable demand. Because अभी war time पे, suppose who will buy the 3D printing, so many costly machines and all that, who will buy? क्या होगा? Maybe that type. We cannot write in the exam because of war. I'm just saying कि unpredictable demand is there in the industry because of inflation, because of interest rates. This arises. In exam, what is our job? The Kwirtmak should leverage its strength, that is the quality and technological backup, to capture new opportunities which is relating to medical or any other things, and removing the weaknesses. Whatever the weaknesses are there, maybe relating to price, maybe the customer dissatisfaction, that we need to remove going forward. If we focus on our strength and we remove our weaknesses, then strategically in the long term, we will be able to grow. The problems which are there will be resolved. That is, whatever the sales and profit has gone down, that will be coming to line. If we go with the risk part, the risk which they have mentioned in 1 or 2 pages, left hand side the risk and the right hand side the risk mitigation. Any strategic case study, risk management is one of the important area. Your core area D is actually risk management only. That means if we say core area A, B, C, D, E, they give around 15-20% question from each area. So from the risk, they will be giving at least 15-20% questions. I can just say that whenever you are writing an answer for a risk, your job, what is the risk? How it is adversely affecting the company? What we can do to manage that risk? If you write these 3 things, you are sorted. Whatever they are explaining in the scenario, in the exhibit, you need to understand that what is the risk? Risk क्यों है, क्या है? How it is adversely affecting the company? How it is affecting the company? And what we can do? What we should do to manage this? कोई भी क्वेश्चन रिस्क रिलेटेड विल कम. 3 थिंग्स कीप इन माइंड. रिस्क क्या है, क्यों है, रिस्क को मैनेज कैसे कर, माने हम लोग को कैसे अफेक्ट कर रहा है, और हम इसको मैनेज कैसे कर सकते हैं. लाइक से द कंपनी डिपेंड्स अपॉन सप्लायर्स. 3D printing involves very specialized type of materials. So we are dependent on our suppliers. The suppliers may delay in giving the materials, so our production will halt. Or maybe the supplier is not giving the proper quality of the materials. So we are saying we are the quality product producers. We will be affected. It's a complex supplier structure. If the supplier is not giving proper material, then our quality of the product will have defects. That defects, the customer will complain, and the problems will arise with legal authorities also. Demand is already uncertain. So when the demand is there, low, more, then the supplier are not able to manage the supplies in that way. Definitely something relating to suppliers, because that they have written something relating to foreign exchange. We have global business. The foreign exchange rates are fluctuating like anything. Because of that, there is a risk on the business. Or maybe other risks are there. Whatever they have given, sustainability and other factors. What is that risk? How it is affecting the organization, and what we can do to solve the problem. How we can do, what we can do something so that this risk will reduce, the effect will reduce, and it will be managed in the organization. Explain the impact and then suggest, I will say, how you are going to manage the risk. As suppose just I said, dependency on supplier results in production delays. Supply chain is a risk, and dependency on the supplier is going to affect our production delays, which could affect the customer satisfaction. This risk can be mitigated by diversifying our supplier base. We should be having different suppliers for important materials, that if this supplier is not there, this one is possible. You are saying that there is a supply chain, supplier risk. This is going to affect the company in terms of customer satisfaction. अगर हम लोग को इसको मैनेज करना है, हम लोग को सप्लाई चेन को डाइवर्सिफाई करना है. Just a simple example कि how the suppose there is a foreign exchange risk. We are purchasing resources from a country and we need to pay in foreign currency, dollar. Dollar is getting appreciated continuously, not against rupee, whatever currency, वो appreciate हो रहा है. So because of that, the outflow in home currency is higher, the profit margin will be lower, and that will affect the share prices in the market. How to manage? Forward cover, money cover. What is forward? Don't go into technical. Whatever foreign currency you need to buy, why not you buy in advance for 2-3 months? Why not you do some hedging? You can say futures, options or something. Why not you ask the supplier to go for the home currency billing? If there is a risk, how it is going to affect the company, what we can do to manage this? When I'm saying forward or this, that, I'm saying very general. It depends upon the situation, what they have given in the exhibit, what types of solution we can suggest. Maybe in place of that country, we will buy some another country in which we can make the invoicing in our own currency only. We don't need to pay in other currency invoices. Different types of solutions are there. Whatever the risk they will mention, obviously the question will be there out of 3. One question have one part definitely related to risk. What is the risk impact on the organization and how we can manage that risk? There is no fixed answer for anything. The way you think. You do research, you do whatever you see, but write the answers in your own language, as I said. Then comes if we compare the financials, exactly the financial figures of the two companies. I will open the pre-scene also, just in short, if we can see. Our sales is declining, our profit are falling. As far as competitor, sales is rising and their profit are improving. The financials are straight away giving this picture. But still our company is investing in R&D. They are investing in research and development. जब आपका सेल नहीं हो रहा है, प्रॉफिट नहीं हो रहा है, आप R&D करोगे? नहीं करोगे. लेकिन आप फिर भी R&D कर रहे हो, इसका मतलब क्या है? फ्यूचर सही है. आपको मालूम है कि R&D में पैसा लगाने से 1 साल, 2 साल, 6 महीने बाद पैसे आएंगे. कहां पैसे लगाने हैं? Maybe you are doing R&D in the other opportunities, medical and all that, in which we are not there. So maybe our financials are not giving good picture, but it's not a tension thing. हम लोग को नहीं, हम तो ऐसी बात कर रहे हैं सर. आई एम जस्ट सेइंग दैट इज नॉट रिटन इन द प्री-सीन व्हाई आवर सेल्स इज डाउन. Either it is logical reason, our customers are not satisfied, our prices are high, they are shifting to other customers, our demand is less. और यह हो सकता है कि भैया अभी ऐसा है, हम नया प्रोडक्ट वगैरह डेवलप कर रहे हैं, R&D कर रहे हैं, सब ठीक होने वाला है. Management is focusing, if we think that R&D still they are doing, then the management is focusing on long-term growth, not the short-term. The shareholders are concerned with the short-term price fluctuation, but we are concerned with the long-term growth. The company fundamentally strong, not bad, and the company future looking at the R&D expenditures looking bright. Whatever the reasons for the decrease in the sales or profit may be short term, that reasons need to be identified and will be overcome going forward. That we can see in short, without any further explanation beyond the above the pre-scene. What they have given, that I am saying ki positivity we can find out of that. Because if you ask anybody, sales खराब है, profit खराब है, the company is doing bad, they will face problem, ऐसा ही बोलेगा ना. But you need to think out of the box. What are the different possibilities? As far as corporate governance, we have for different functions, different directors are there. They are named as executive directors. They are expert in their field. Marketing person, expert in the marketing. Finance person, expert in finance. Production development are expert in their field. Most of the persons are generally the technically perfect. And they have been recently appointed in the company as directors. Recently means not yesterday in 25, 24 just. But somebody who is more of a business nature, commercial sense, thinking not from the science or innovation point, from the business angle, that type of person is not there properly. Because if you go in the profile of the CEO also, they are of the type of engineer and all that. So you can see that they are technically perfect. They are good in their work. But the versatility is affected because of the business management. Somebody master, somebody you can say CIMA qualified. Those who have business sense, not the technical person or scientist, business sense. If that type of person, one or two would be there in the board members, or we as a senior finance manager belong to that category, can help the company to manage better. We can say that, I don't know about the pre-C, nothing is written. Those who are non-executive directors supporting the different committees, remuneration committee, and what do you say, risk committee, risk and CSR committee. No, they are different responsibility. They are there. Committee structure is there. But whether they are actually independent, they all are related with the capital city, this, that, and with the capital city, maybe our contract is going on. They prefer some here and there independence question can come. I will be giving when I will be giving the corporate governance question on that independence. Because we say that nowadays, any listed company like us, how we will be able to manage properly, govern properly by non-executive, by institutional investors, and by external auditors. If you are the shareholder of a company, I am the shareholder of Reliance. I am not looking at Reliance daily basis, what they are doing and all that. Investment done. So if anything wrong in the Reliance, how it will be rectified? By the NED, by the, what do you say, institutional investors, and by the auditors. If I will say NED are regularly controlling, checking, verifying work of executive directors. And if NED are independent, knowledgeable, they are doing the job properly, then the success corporate governance in the company will be at high level and will be very positive for the company. The second is institutional investors, banks, financial institutions, those who have invested in the company 4 or 5% like that. They always look at performance of the company quarterly basis, meeting with directors. Whenever the directors meetings are there, they attend the meetings. They know in and out. They stop them doing. So if the institutional investors are very effective, then it is very good that the money invested by the shareholders will be protected. And if the auditors are genuine, the auditors are independent, the auditors are doing their job seriously, then in that case, the corporate governance comes to a very high level. The chances of issues, problems, or anything they are not coming in the knowledge of the general public, which will not happen. So we can say that these types of things not mentioned, whether the directors are independent or not, whether institutional investors are who are, nothing is said. Maybe you will get something in the exam relating to that. You need to explain that these things are good or bad, or they need to improve. ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है. They have given a separate write-up slightly on sustainability. Sustainability is, I will say, a must for any organization in any industry. Our business is very sustainable because we are, what do you say, 3D printing, reduce wastage and all that. But our business is more prone to energy consumption. When you use 3D printing machines, energy consumption will be very high. Huge energy consumption. We are like taking steps to reduce the energy consumption to great level. Details are given, but still long to go. So we can say that we are in a business where the sustainability is prime importance. But then bringing sustainability, CSR, and thinking about energy consumption, more and more recycling, even the suppliers from whom we are getting the materials, those suppliers are sustainable or not. Are they sustainable? That also we need to check. आप खुद सस्टेनेबल है, खाली उससे काम नहीं बनता है. जिससे भी आप काम कर रहे हैं, they also need to be sustainable. So whether those are sustainable or not, we need to source our materials from sustainable suppliers. That should be the case. We can say that about share price and beta. A full page write-up is given on presentation of the share price movement and the beta and all that. The beta is given 2.3. 2.3 means suppose I'm talking about Worry Engineering Energies. Worry Energies in Indian share market. I don't know exactly. I have not calculated the beta. But market से ज़्यादा ही move करता है. If market is moving 2% down, then it will be 3-4% down. Many times it is up also. And when the market is 2% up, then the Worry Engineering 5% up. But it is inverse also. Sometimes market is up, Worry is down and all that. Beta is very high. If the market is moving by 1%, then the stock is moving by 2%, 3% like that. They are saying that Kwirtmak share is 2.3 times beta. If the market will move by say 10%, the security will move by 23%, 2.3 times. If the market will move by 1%, security will move by 2.3%. We say that high beta means high risk. The volatility in the securities prices will be very high. The question is that this volatility is good or bad. I am not questioning good or bad, but why there is so much high volatility? We say that the beta is divided into two parts. One is financial risk and one is business risk. Business risk means if we are talking about Kwirtmak, if we are talking about Bristow, if we are talking about any other company in this industry, and if they are listed, then what is they are doing? They are making the 3D printing machines, selling to the clients, selling the materials, accessories and all that. Everybody is doing that. Their raw material, their business is same, their customers are same, their business has same risk. Whatever the expenditures are there, variable, fixed, all have same. More or less same. Their business risk fall in a category. If you ask me, this is a risky business slightly because in the business, I don't know about revenue and capital expenditure breakup, not given. They generally don't give in strategic case study. But in this business, the prices of machines are very high. The customers may defer their order and the expenditures are quite significant. So when the expenditures are high and the demand may be fluctuating and all that, so it's a risky business. Business risk is high. And if in that business which is risky, you borrow huge, then the financial risk also increases. You need to serve the debt. You need to pay the interest. You need to repay the principal, whatever the terms and conditions are there. We are looking at the financials of Kwirtmak and Bresco. Both have debt portion is quite low. Interest coverage is very high. That means financial risk is not very high. Then what is the problem in the industry? Business risk. The business of this industry is risky. And because of risk, the shareholder demand high premium. कि आप अगर पैसे लगाओगे तो आपको अच्छा रिटर्न चाहिए. If you are not getting good return, you are not interested in investing in 3D printing companies. Because looking at the financial statement of the company, the debt portion as compared to equity is low. Even the interest coverage ratio, I will show you, interest coverage ratio is very high. So there is no financial risk as such. It is, debt is there, but it is very low. The major part of 2.3 is business risk. The business is risky. We have not been given the information about the price of Bresco. So we can't say that if their beta is also 2, 2.3 and all that, then to this industry is like that. ऐसा इंडस्ट्री कौन सा है? मान लीजिए ऐसे ही जनरली बात कर रहे हैं, मार्केट में ऐसा कौन सा इंडस्ट्री है जिनका बीटा हाई? I have seen in my analysis sometimes IT companies because of this AI development, IT companies are facing huge pressure. And you find that in last 1 year, approximately, the movement in the prices of IT companies are far greater than the market movement. बड़ा तो है ही नहीं, ज्यादा गिरा ही है, कोई भी ज्यादातर स्टॉक का दाम गिर, बट फिर भी आईटी में मूवमेंट ज्यादा है. बिकॉज ऑफ द ससेप्टेबिलिटी ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट, एआई, दिस दैट, आईटी कंपनी का क्या होगा, उनका सॉफ्टवेयर जरूरत पड़ेगा नहीं पड़े मालूम नहीं. Similarly, 3D printing is for reduction in waste, customization, accuracy, but फिर भी the prices are very high. The industries, those who want to use them, they need to pay a huge prices. So demand for the product is good. I'm not saying it is not growing, but it is very माने फ्लक्चुएटिंग. अभी अच्छा डिमांड है, थोड़ा दिन बाद कम हो जाएगा, फिर कभी बेसी हो, ऐसा होता है. So this industry is risky. At the same time, definitely, whatever your cost structure is there, the cost of fixed expenditures must be very high. To cover those fixed expenditures, some minimum sales, some minimum revenues should be coming. Otherwise, you will not be able to manage your expenditures, losses will come, you will not be able to serve your debt. So, in that respect, this industry is not good because you want stable income. If you invest in a company, आपको डिविडेंड मिलते रहे, शेयर का दाम थोड़ा थोड़ा बढ़ते रहे, आपको ये चाहिए. यहां पर तो क्या इतना हाई बीटा है, डिविडेंड I will say the information, but they are not giving huge dividend. और अगर huge दे रहे भी हैं, what is the, because suppose Reliance share price is 1400 and I am getting dividend of 2 rupees, 200%, 1 rupee share. अरे 2 रुपया 1400 पे क्या है? कुछ नहीं यार. Whether I am getting the dividend or not doesn't matter. It is the investor require capital appreciation from this company, from this industry, and capital appreciation is there if the price goes up. You can see that 5 साल में दाम वहीं आ गए हैं. When you see the chart, whatever the price was 5 years back, the same price is there in 5 years. ऐसे 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 बहुत ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएशन है. So those who are risky investor, maybe they will invest. But those who are risk averse, those who want stable earnings, they will not be investing in the company. What is the problem with this? नहीं करेंगे, नहीं करेंगे. When you go for funding and suppose you want to issue shares, लोग शेयर लेंगे नहीं. Because since so fluctuating price, the people will not be interested in buying the shares of the company. So how you will raise funds? So that the fluctuation need to reduce by the business stability and all that. As we can see, the sales and the profit is down. What happened in the earlier, I don't know. But if the fluctuations are used, similarly, the fluctuations are high. Business is risky, but something need to be done for reducing the beta. The Kwirtmak has high beta, 2.3 times, which means the company is very risky in terms of market perfection, market data. If the market goes up by say 1% or 10%, security will go up by 2.3 or 23%, vice versa. Investors generally feel that this is very high beta. Investors generally feel that this is very high risk. And in case of high risk, the investor's confidence goes down. So company need to try something, need to do something to make the earnings stable, to make the beta reduce. Their financial risk is not high still. I can say that Kwirtmak is a strong company in terms of technology and innovation. Technically, they are strong, innovative, they are doing R&D, but it is currently being affected, challenged in terms of sales and profit. And currently being affected, we can say, by strong competition. The company needs to act strategically to improve its market position, capitalizing on the opportunities like medical sector. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Go on.
Sir, what if it is an industry norm? Like we don't know about Bresco's beta. So what if it is normal in this industry, like beta of 2.3?
According to me, as I said, मेरे ख्याल से when we are looking, I will show you the financials. जब आप इन लोग का डेट इक्विटी देखेंगे, डेट बहुत कम है और इंटरेस्ट कवरेज बहुत बढ़िया है. तो डेट अगर है भी तो फाइनेंशियल रिस्क तो उतना ज्यादा है नहीं. यानी कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा हमको जिनका दिया भी है, that 2.3 is mainly the business risk. So if the Bresco would have been given, it will be near to this only. मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि इंडस्ट्री का बीटा ही हाई, क्योंकि यहाँ जो कस्टमर है, मशीन का दाम बहुत है, तो वो उस तरह से बहुत माने स्टेबल डिमांड नहीं रहती. कमती बेसी होते रहता है, कोई नया इनोवेशन आ गया, कुछ हो गया, समथिंग होते रहता है, और हमारा फिक्स खर्चा है जिसको हमको कवर करना है. तो बिजनेस का रिस्क ही हाई है ऑलरेडी, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है. बट वो लोग कुछ और दे सकते हैं कि ब्रेस्को का बीटा, तब तो बहुत गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. इफ द ब्रेस्को बीटा इज से 1.2, 1.3, then to our business risk is very high. They are not. Maybe our sales has gone down. For that reason, the fixed expense. एक होता है ना, बचपन में कभी पढ़े होंगे, operational leverage, financial leverage. Operational leverage means to meet operational fixed expenses, how much earnings you have. Or financial fixed expenses to pay interest, preference, dividend, how much earnings you have. तो हम लोग का ऑपरेशनल लीवरेज एज कंपेयर टू ब्रेस्को से बहुत हाई है. डेटा डोंट
Correct.
नो, तो हो सकता है उसके कारण हमारा बीटा हाई है, बट मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा नहीं. इफ यू आस्क मी, आई डोंट फील दैट कि सिंस फाइनेंशियल रिस्क इज वेरी लो, देन द मेजर पोर्शन बिजनेस रिस्क और वो सब में रहेगा. जैसे आप मान लीजिए बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री, बैंकिंग में आप एवरेज में अगर पी रेशियो देखेंगे 20 टाइम्स करीब होता है. अब किसी का 18 है, किसी का 21 है, 22 है, चलेगा. पी रेशियो आई एम टॉकिंग. तो उनका बीटा सेम है सबका, मोटा मोटी. तो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है पर्सनली, द ब्रेस्को बीटा इज नियर टू 2 ओनली, बट व्हाट इट इज वी डोंट नो.
And so one more thing, like earlier when you said that we have invested in the research and development and we are going to get that fruit in the long term. But Bresco has also invested a lot in research and development. Like if we compare our financials with Bresco, then in both years they have invested much more than us. And when our sales have gone down, like from 25 to 26. They invested much more than us. Even they had less profit than us
The question
in
is that
2025.
at what time and where? Suppose we are not in the medical sector and we have invested our R&D more and more in the medical sector.
Vishnu, I'm in a meeting.
For that reason, we will be getting the fruits going forward. और उन लोग इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं जो ऑलरेडी रनिंग चीज है उसमें. तो हम लोग एक बार थोड़ा सा अपना डिविएट हो गए हैं, मान लीजिए. डिविएट तो नहीं बोलूंगा मैं, हम लोग एक दूसरा बिजनेस डेवलप करना चाह रहे हैं, एंड फॉर दैट रीजन वी हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन R&D. तो हो सकता है हमको फ्रूट्स, बिकॉज देखिए, इफ यू से वी आर परफॉर्मिंग बैड, आवर सेल्स इज डाउन, इन एब्सोल्यूट टर्म वी आर लेस, इवन द परसेंटेज वाइज ऑल्सो हमारा सेल गिरा है, प्रॉफिट गिरा है, तो फिर तो खराब तो सभी को दिख रहा है ना. मैं तो जानबूझ के कॉन्ट्रेडिक्टरी व्यू निकालना चाह रहा हूं सर. विद द सेम डेटा आई वांट टू ब्रिंग समथिंग एल्स. बिकॉज अगर एक्चुअल ये इशू है कि हम लोग का सेल प्रॉफिट कम है, तो खराब तो है ना फिर यार. फिर तो आगे बिजनेस में इश्यूज है. इन्वेस्टर विल नॉट बी इन्वेस्टिंग इन आवर कंपनी, दे विल सेल आवर शेयर्स. व्हाट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड आवर डिक्रीज, वो तो एग्जैक्टली वो लोग लिखा नहीं है ना. क्वेश्चन ये है सर.
Hi, sir. I have a question. Can I?
यस.
Hi. Just adding to Farhan's point, actually, he's picked up something that I had written down. So, when I was looking at the data, I was just thinking that as a finance professional or as a finance manager, if I was looking at this case, I I don't think I would have questions what the beta is, because I understand the beta is, how much it's impacting the revenue, overall sale. That could be an industry standard also. In this case, because we don't know what Bristow's, we can go with the assumption that Bristow also operates in the same way. It has the same level of beta. But what is very evident from the numbers that is given is clearly Briscoe has higher sales, and even their profit as a percentage to sales is nearly 38-39%, nearly 3 to 4% higher than this company, Kwirtmak. So clearly unka jo operational efficiency and the fixed cost level is better managed than uh, Kwirtmak. So that is the first catch. You have a nearly 70 million sitting there only in the cost, either by managing your fixed cost or your operational efficiency, the cost lines. Revenue, undoubtedly they cannot meet the gap, profit gap, without uplifting the revenue, but there is some level of opportunity clearly given the data. So I was thinking that if I had to do this, I wouldn't probably as a finance manager go to the level of saying that what can we do to change the beta of the industry. That's बहुत advanced. Given data, I would rather restrict myself to is given situation may in this financial condition, and having a competitor's numbers, whatever numbers available with me, this is my easy catch. Does that make sense?
No, there are 2 3 things. First thing, beta
Yeah.
is a effect on the shares return, securities return in comparison to market base
Yeah.
is not
Okay.
related with sales.
Okay.
Suppose Reliance beta is 2. Now this company beta is 2. Now this company is, I don't know the share market name here. So for that reason, I'm taking example of India. In India, we have stock exchange name Nifty, Bombay Stock Exchange. Nifty is what you can say, average of 100 stock, Bombay Stock Exchange, average of 50 stock, whatever there. Those top 50, 100 companies, what is the average price? That is the Bombay Stock Exchange and Nifty value. So Nifty value is say presently 22,500. That 22,500 taking the average of 50 companies, 100 companies, taking their total value, divide by number of shares, give us the value of market, or we can say market value, 22,500. But suppose in that 25, 50, 100 companies, one company is Reliance. And the Reliance value, total value multiplied by market price multiplied by number of shares will give you market capitalization of Reliance. If suppose Monday morning market goes up by 1%, so 22,500 the total value will be 225 will be more. At that time, what is the effect on the Reliance price? Suppose the Reliance market capitalization goes up by 2%. The number of shares into market price, whatever is the value, it is 2% more. So on Monday morning, market is up by 1%, but the Reliance Securities is up by 2%. And suppose this is the average. Every time, most of the time, this is happening. So we will say that Reliance beta is 2 because Reliance is changing in comparison to market twice, double. So they are saying our company beta is 2.3. That don't have any relationship with the sales. That is saying that when whatever the name of the stock exchange there in the country, whatever the name of the stock exchange, if that is moving by 1%, then the security of this company is moving by 2.3%. No relation with sales. Beta is a sensitivity of securities return with sensitivity of the market. Market is in India, Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange. They are using the name of a country. They are using the name of a country which is not actually exist. So we can't name what is their stock exchange name. But whatever the stock exchange changes are there in a day, at any time, say by 1%, 2%, then this security changing by 2.3 times of that. No relation with sales. Now this beta, how it is calculated? If we calculate beta, how it is calculated? We can take, suppose in India, I will take last 5-year data of Nifty. Last 5 years monthly data. 5 year back in 2021, in the month of April, beginning and end, what is the percentage change in Nifty? And at that time, what is the percentage change in Reliance? Then May 2021, what is the percentage change? So in 5 years, I have calculated 60 changes, 12 into 5, 60 changes. I have calculated average of that 60 changes. In the market, average of that 60 changes is coming 13%. But in the security of Reliance, average change of 60 changes is coming, say, 20%. So I will say that 20% divided by 13%, the beta is 1 point something, whatever it will come. In the developed market of US, UK, for every security, you will get beta already calculated in last 5-year data. But in India, we don't get the beta calculated. We can calculate on our own. Beta don't have any relationship with the sales and all that. But I was correlating that why this beta is high or low. If somebody will go into reason, it is coming with the figures. Actual figures it is coming. Yes. Yes, Farhan.
Yes, sir. So one more thing that if as you said that in order to make our market stable, we have to lower the beta, we have to work on it. Okay.
We
But
cannot do lower. We will try our level best that so much fluctuation in our security should not be there.
but sir, like as you said that it is a high risk. So high risk can also provide high return to the shareholders.
Yes.
So if
If
but
100 to
as we can
500 you want, you will invest. But 100 will become zero also in 2 days, sir.
yeah, well, it's about fluctuation, right? But
Yes.
as I said, that high risk, if high risk can provide high return, so why would the shareholders leave the market? Like it can be beneficial for them in the short term too. Uh, I think personally, instead of lowering the beta, we have to focus on other things that are like why is it
Risk does
why
not
the beta
means
is
loss. Risk means deviation. So if the deviation is high, risk is high. So when the beta is 2.3 times, deviation will be high. So normally when the deviation is high, you will invest in that stock when you will be able to get a very good return. मान लीजिए कोई स्टॉक का बीटा 1 है और कोई स्टॉक का बीटा 1.2.3 है, आप पैसा लगाओगे लेकिन आप 1 वाला बीटा में आपको रिटर्न कितना चाहिए, मे बी 10%, लेकिन 2.3 वाला बीटा में आपको रिटर्न कितना चाहिए, 20-25%. You want higher return when you are taking high risk. People will invest, but they want high return
exactly.
if they are taking more risk. Otherwise, we can invest in government security also. So when high beta stock is there, the fluctuation in your return will be very high. आपको या तो जोर का फायदा होगा या जोर का नुकसान होगा. तो जब जोर का नुकसान होगा सारे पैसे खत्म हो जाएंगे सर जो लगाए हैं
But
आपने.
see, यहाँ पर सिर्फ नुकसान हो रहा है. Like if we look at like last 5 years, our share prices keep falling and falling. Why is it not increasing? Why are we not focusing on that thing instead of beta?
Not getting. You were saying that our share prices are continuously going down.
Yes, sir.
नहीं, अब ऊपर नीचे दिया हुआ मैं दिखाऊंगा.
Like
हाँ
if you can see like in
हाँ हाँ, I will show.
yeah
Just let me finish.
2021
हाँ, I will take
it was
you to the financials,
yes.
the share price movement. लेकिन हम लोग जो
सर,
हाँ, yes.
ये फरहान जो पॉइंट बोल रहा है, मैं भी यही बोलने की कोशिश कर रही थी कि व्हाई शुड वी गो टुवर्ड्स द बीटा, बिकॉज वो तो थोड़ा ब्रॉडर लेवल पे है. अगेन इंडस्ट्रीज जहाँ पे वी हैव हाई रिस्क, ऑब्वियसली हाई रिस्क हाई रिटर्न, वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट. बट it all started that at this point of time, as a finance manager or a finance professional, when we have to give a solution or this, why do we have to go and address कि हम बीटा कैसे change करें? Why don't we restrict ourselves to improving the financial health of the business only, because that is still manageable at a short term, and which will obviously hopefully have an impact on the beta also, because when the financial conditions improve, hopefully it will reflect on the share prices and hence the beta. I think that's what Farhan is also trying to make, and that's what I was
Yes.
also trying to point कि ये बीटा तक हम क्यों जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि क्लियरली अगर दो इंडस्ट्री जो ब्रिस्टो और अपनी जो कंपनी है, इफ यू कंपेयर द टू, क्लियरली ये तो दिखाई दे रहा है कि हमारा सेल्स इज लोअर देन दिस. वी हैव बीन मेकिंग, हमारा प्रॉफिट भी डिक्लाइन हो रहा है वर्सेस 2025. अगर हम प्रॉफिट फ्लो थ्रू भी देखें तो ब्रिस्टो का प्रॉफिट फ्लो थ्रू इज बेटर देन आर्स, व्हिच मींस क्लियरली सेल्स तो अच्छा है ही उनका, लेकिन उनका कॉस्ट भी बहुत वेल मैनेज्ड है. तो ये लो हैंगिंग फ्रूट है मेरे बिजनेस के लिए. तो पहली बात कि I mean, I currently we have a shortfall. I mean, versus 2025 around 300, 350 ऐसा कुछ दिखाया हुआ है उन्होंने profit loss. At least a certain portion of that are low hanging fruits. So that's what even I was trying to say. हम beta तक should we address that in this answer? Yeah, we should just restrict ourselves to what we can. I mean, हम financials में कैसे improve कर सकते हैं? I think that's what Farhan is also trying to say. Am I right, Farhan?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what I am telling that कि suppose in the exam, because presently we are not discussing any question, we are doing general pre-scene discussion. So in the pre-scene, they have given the share price data, they have given the beta, and I've seen that in the past exams, they have asked questions that how can we improve profit? How can we say that the beta is high? It is affecting the investment in the company, how can we reduce beta, how it is affecting the risk characteristics of the investors. वो लोग ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं सिनेरियो बना के. Then we are bound to write something about beta. We need to explain to the examiner that we know the concept of beta, how we can handle this, why, how it is related with, because ultimately जब आंसर लिखेंगे तो बीटा को प्रॉफिट से, सेल्स से कोरिलेट तो करना होगा ना. वी हैव टू. बट हम लोग डायरेक्टली नहीं बोल सकते कि बीटा सेल्स से कैसे रिलेटेड है वहां. इट्स नॉट दैट कि इफ द सेल्स विल गो अप दिस मच बीटा विल गो डाउन, और द सेल्स विल गो डाउन देन द बीटा विल गो अप. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. हम लोग को तो कोरिलेट करके बताना होएगा ना कि व्हेन दे आर आस्किंग अबाउट प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, बीटा, शेयर प्राइसेस, क्वेश्चन ऐसा आता है बहुत फ्रीक्वेंसी से. तो हम लोग उस टाइम पे बीटा के ऊपर क्या बोलेंगे? व्हाट वी विल से? वी हैव टू से समथिंग ना. So for that reason, the beta calculation, how it is done, what is the logic behind that, हम लोग वो एक डिस्कस कर रहे हैं ओपन एंडेड. नॉट दैट कि हम लोग को क्या करना है, बीटा है क्या. सो मैं बोल रहा था कि अगर कोई कंपनी में लोन नहीं है, डेट है ही नहीं, जीरो है, एंड लिस्टेड है, रिलायंस इज अ डेट फ्री कंपनी ओनली इन इंडिया, तो रिलायंस का भी तो शेयर प्राइस मूवमेंट मार्केट के मूव होने से हो रहा है ना. और हम लोग उसका एवरेज अगर निकालते हैं कि परसेंटेज मूवमेंट इन लास्ट 5 years इन रिलायंस एंड मार्केट, तो कुछ ना कुछ तो आएगा डिवाइड देने से. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज बीटा. ये क्या बता रहा है कि मार्केट मूव अप करेगा, डाउन करेगा, इट इज नॉट इन माई हैंड एंड योर हैंड. There are many factors which are beyond our control, like war or anything. Market will go up down for many factors. लेकिन जब मार्केट अप या डाउन करेगा, सिक्योरिटी पे उस तरह से फर्क आएगा. एंड एज अ इन्वेस्टर, शेयर होल्डर, कंपनी का सेल क्या है क्या नहीं है, मेरे को अपना कंपनी का इन्वेस्टमेंट का रिटर्न से मतलब है. आई हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री, हमको क्या चाहिए? मेरा पैसा पे मेरे को रिटर्न मिले. If my prices of shares are not increasing, dividend I am not getting, why I will remain invested in the company? I will sell the shares, and when the selling pressure will be there, most of the investors want to sell the shares, then कंपनी का शेयर का दाम बहुत जोर गिर जाएगा. जो कंपनी के प्रमोटर्स है, डायरेक्टर्स है, उन लोग का वेल्थ गिर जाएगा. And now we say, always say that Reliance is the richest Indian in the world and all that. Maybe that thing is not one to one correlated with you. But जितने भी इन्वेस्टर है, if they invested in the company, a company is a investor's perspective. So if the investors are not satisfied, that means we simply see that the finance manager is not doing their job. अब फाइनेंस मैनेजर को बीटा डायरेक्टली तो वो कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं, उसको तो बिजनेस ही ठीक करना होगा कि अगर हमारा सेल्स कम है, हमें सेल्स को बढ़ाना है. एज फार एज hanging fruits, we don't have hanging fruits. If the hanging fruits would have been there, then why we are not increasing our sales, why we are not increasing our profit? Hanging नहीं है वो, कुछ ना कुछ तो इश्यूज आर देयर कि हम लोग का सेल उन लोग से कम है, हम लोग का प्रॉफिट उनसे कम है. मे बी, एज आई सेड, कि मे बी प्रेजेंटली वी आर नॉट एबल टू सेटिस्फाई द कस्टमर्स द वे वी वेयर. So the customers are shifting to competitors. They are not liking. They don't want to pay that much price. कुछ इश्यू हुआ होगा हम लोग का, हो सकता है पास्ट में किसी कस्टमर के साथ, विच वॉज अ मेजर कस्टमर. कुछ ऐसा हो सकता है. या अगर नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, इट्स जस्ट टाइप ऑफ साइकिल, अप डाउन साइकिल चलते रहता है, इट इज जस्ट अ डाउन साइकिल. तो हम लोग एटलीस्ट इतना तो देख सकते हैं ना कि व्हेन वी आर इन अ डाउन साइकिल, वी शुड मेक आवर सेल्फ स्ट्रॉन्ग एट दिस टाइम. By doing R&D, by doing research, by doing innovation in those things, in those products where we can do wonders, जिसका फायदा हमको बाद में मिलेगा. So for that reason I said that in a different language, in a different perspective, कि maybe it is possible that कि हम इसलिए ऐसा कर रहे हैं. Otherwise तो we need to say simply we are bad as compared to Bresco. We are not able to generate sales. We are not able to generate that profit. Our sales and profit has gone down. They have gone up. We are losing markets. There is a big issue in the company. आगे भी ये हो सकता है, पहले भी हुआ होगा, नहीं मालूम है. तो ये तो एक बात हो गया जो सीधा सीधी ओपन दिख रहा है. हम उसके अंदर कुछ अंदर घुसकर कुछ अलग सोचना चाह रहे हैं. हर कंपनी का सेल अगर गिरेगा वो खराब नहीं है, जरूरी नहीं. मे भी एक बार के लिए गिरा है वो अच्छा हो जाएगा. और अगर ऐसा नहीं होता तो मान लीजिए हमारा कॉम्पिटिटर इज इन्वेस्टिंग इन R&D, हम भी तो फिर भी कर रहे हैं ना, वो तो कर रहे हैं, उसके पास तो पैसे हैं, दे आर अर्निंग, देयर प्रॉफिट इज मोर, दे कैन इन्वेस्ट. वी हैव लोअर प्रॉफिट, लोअर सेल्स, स्टिल वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग. दैट मीन्स वी डोंट वांट टू ड्रिफ्ट, वी डोंट वांट टू डिविएट फ्रॉम आवर आउटकम. खराब स्थिति में भी हम अपना इन्वेस्टमेंट जारी रख रहे हैं.
Sir, I have a question here.
हाँ
Let's say this particular scenario may, if
हाँ.
I say that we need to invest in in competition analysis and understand what is the sales mix portfolio of Briscoe. If I say that, is that a right approach, or would it be?
What do you
I'm
want to say?
saying
You want to say that sales mix of Bresco is
in
better
the
than
sense,
ours?
no, their sales is definitely higher than us, that
हाँ.
are this thing. तो
Hmm.
उनका sales क्यों अच्छा है? Who are their clients? What is the, which are the industries or sectors they are supporting? I mean, I want to understand that mix. So
Maybe
if I
they are
want,
already selling in medical and this sector in which
correct,
we are not there. Maybe.
हाँ, correct, जो हमको पता नहीं है. तो if I
हाँ.
say as a finance manager, the first step would be we would have to invest in competition analysis and understand what is the mix of their sales,
Hmm.
because there must be some sector there which is driving. तो ये बोलना सही होगा? How will
सही
it
होगा,
be
क्यों नहीं
taken?
आएगा सही.
ठीक होगा, ऐसे
लेकिन
लिख
ये
सकते हैं
अभी
ना.
जो बोल रहे हैं, मान लीजिए जब मैं कोई क्वेश्चन दूंगा तो मैं कुछ ना कुछ सिनेरियो दूंगा.
अच्छा,
अभी आप बोल्ड
राइट.
फ्रॉम द ब्लू बोल रहे हैं, आपको कुछ मिला नहीं है, आप जो मन में आया बोल रहे हैं, मैं भी बोल रहा हूँ. ये जब हम लोग कोई
हम्म.
क्वेश्चन करेंगे तो वो 2 पेज का एक सिनेरियो रहेगा, ये डिस्कशन हो रहा है, ये चल रहा है, ऐसा हुआ है, ये हुआ है, तो हम लोग को उसको लेकर ही जस्टिफाई करना पड़ेगा. अभी हम लोग ओपन एंडेड डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं विदाउट एनी सिनेरियो. यस फरहान, यस बोलिए सर.
So my point was that uh, as you talked about like hanging fruit, well, it's just my opinion that if we look at the financials of 2025 of both companies, our cost to sales ratio was quite good, like even better than Bresco. But in 2026, our cost to sales ratio has also increased, uh, which may affect our profit. So what is the reason behind, what would be the reason behind that? Like it is our suppliers or our fixed cost is
Maybe
much higher.
inefficiency in terms of working, or some supplier cost, material cost, और मे बी सम एक्सीडेंट, सम माने कोई भी चीज बनाए होंगे, वी नीड टू रेक्टिफाई दैट, सम एक्स्ट्रा खर्चा लग गया, कुछ तो होगा यार. समथिंग मस्ट बी देयर, बिकॉज वी
But
आर नॉट
yeah,
सेइंग एनीथिंग, वी आर जस्ट प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग कि भाई क्या क्या हो सकता है. Either the sale price is down so that the cost ratio is higher. It may be that chances are less. We are a premium product selling at a premium price. So we are not going to reduce the prices. But if by chance to maintain the sale, we have reduced the prices, but the costs are remaining the same. So the percentage of cost has gone up. हो सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है.
yeah.
Mean to say
Okay,
that
sir.
when we are saying for the time being, since there is no any further scenario I am giving for any justification, तो हम तो अपने मान लीजिए हवा में तीर ही मार रहे हैं, मैं और आप दोनों जने. ये कारण हो सकता है, ऐसा हो सकता है, सेल्स खराब ही है, पहले भी खराब था, नहीं है ऐसा मैं बोल रहा हूं. तो अलग अलग बात हम लोग सोच रहे हैं. वी आर जस्ट थिंकिंग कि दिस कैन बी द सिचुएशन. जब हम लोग को कोई भी क्वेश्चन दिया जाएगा, सिचुएशन बताया जाएगा, दे विल बी टेलिंग कि दिस इज द सिचुएशन, नाउ व्हाट इज द कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन वी शुड बी डूइंग. अभी करें क्या. अभी आप जब कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर हमारा ज्यादा है, आप कॉस्ट वाइज भी बोल सकते हैं, आप सेल वाइज भी बोल सकते हैं, क्योंकि जब हमारा सेल नहीं हो पा रहा है, सेल गिर रहा है, तो हमने दाम गिरा दिया. फॉर रिड्यूसिंग द प्राइस वी स्टार्टेड सेलिंग द प्रोडक्ट, और उसके कारण कॉस्ट इज नॉट गोइंग डाउन, सो द परसेंटेज ऑफ कॉस्ट हैज गॉन अप. ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है ना. यस श्री लक्ष्मी.
Hi, sir. Sir, my question is related to the exam pattern. Since you said that there will be three tasks, right? So each task will have a different unseen material and an exhibit,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
or
हाँ, each task.
each task?
Yes.
Acha. So pre-seen will be common for the entire exam,
हाँ,
and each
pre-screen
task will
tag will
have
be
an
there.
unseen material. So there's nothing that we have to randomly think out of the blue. It is like linking the missing pieces, right? Like you have the pre-seen, you have the unseen, then all the days of research and work that has gone into the analysis of the pre-scene and our own practical experience and everything has to be related and connected to both of these parts. Is my understanding right?
You need to correlate whatever in the unseen scenario given. With that, you will correlate your pre-scene. And then
Okay.
whatever issues they are raising, because there are two types of question they will ask. One is the opportunities to capitalize, takeover, merger, this, that, whether we should be doing. Or one is the problems. That these are the problems we are going to face. This is going, we are suffering. This has happened. How to manage that? All questions are divided into two categories. One is opportunity capitalization, one is problems resolution. So for that, they will create some further write-up, some further things, some further scenario, which they use the term trigger, something like that. And then they say that now in this situation, what you want to say, how it can be managed. The common area becomes the pre-scene, but specific issues, further development, because suppose they have given the information up till what I should say, March 2025, 26. But after March, April, May, when you were giving exams, something happened already. 2 months are over. They will give like that 2 months over. This has happened. This way the board members are discussing. This has happened like that. So you need to use that scenario to explain your answer, whatever they will give. No way the question will be coming straight away. Write about SWOT analysis. Write about Porter 5 forces. Write about stakeholders. Nothing like that. They will give at least 2 pages write-up. At least. One some board discussion requirement, and then there are exhibit materials. Those exhibit material may be 1, maybe 2 for each separate task. So in a task, there are 2-3 requirements based on some discussion about board member something, some exhibits, requirements all are written. You read that. Pre-scene you already know. Pre-scene tab will be there on the exam hall. You can click the tab. You can see the pre-scene anytime in exam. And then you will write your answers, what they are asking.
That's clear, sir. Thank you.
That is the exam structure, sir. And those scenarios which they will develop, nobody can exactly make those scenarios. We will be creating different scenarios, think, discuss and all that. Our purpose, whatever they will give, we should be able to manage. That is our purpose. Not that exactly whatever scenarios we will be creating in the class, that same scenario will be coming in the exam. That is not going to happen, nor we are targeting that. Because that is not possible. So what I meant to say that earlier we were discussing, if the sale is down, you want to comment it is down because of the bad performance, this, that, or you want to say that it is not because of this, it is just one-time phenomenon. It is going to be good in future. There are 2 ways to think for the time being, when you are not given anything further. The sale is down, we know. Profit is down, we know. Cost has gone up, we know. For that reason, the profit is down. But what can be the reason? It's just exceptional or it's actually regular reason. That is 2 thought process. Which thought process we need to write in the exam? We can't say now. That depends upon what they are giving in the exam. That depends upon what situation they are giving. So what I was telling that in case of beta, if somebody want to explain, then if in a company where there is no debt, Reliance is a debt-free company. At the time of Corona, they repaid all their debts. पूरा का पूरा इक्विटी है, डेट है ही नहीं. तो उस कंपनी के अंदर जो बीटा है, मार्केट में जो शेयर का दाम चेंज कर रहे हैं एज कंपेयर टू द शेयर मार्केट, बीटा तो आएगा ना. दैट इज प्योरली द बिजनेस रिस्क. इस तरह से मार्केट में शेयर का दाम चेंज हो रहा है एंड द मार्केट इज चेंजिंग इन अ डिफरेंट फैशन, वट एवर बीटा, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द बिजनेस नेचर ऑफ रिलायंस. बिजनेस क्या होता है? प्रोडक्ट बनाना, सेल करना, 3D प्रिंटिंग बनाना, मैन्युफैक्चर करना, यही तो बिजनेस है ना सबका. वो बिजनेस में यू हैव वेरिएबल एक्सपेंडिचर्स, फिक्स्ड एक्सपेंडिचर्स, यू हैव कस्टमर्स. If the demand customers is very good, the customer is very good, even though your expenditures are high, but you are able to cover your expenditures very easily. That means your beta in the market will be less. बोलेगा लेस क्यों होएगा? सर उस कंपनी में बहुत ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएशंस, कि माने 1 मंथ बैक द शेयर प्राइस वाज 100 और 1 महीने बाद इट विल बी 150 160, नहीं होने वाला है। दे हैव स्टेबल स्टेबल अर्निंग्स, स्टेबल प्राइसेस, उनका वैसा होता है। और अगर ग्रोइंग कंपनी, स्टेबल के साथ ग्रोइंग, इंडस्ट्री बहुत ग्रो कर रहा है, प्रॉफिट और सेल बहुत जोर जोर से बढ़ रहा है इन डबल डिजिट 10-12%, तो बीटा बहुत हाई होता है। इट इज हाई, यू कैन से रिस्की, बट वहां ग्रोथ का चांसेस बहुत हाई है बिकॉज इट्स अ ग्रोइंग इंडस्ट्री। बट अगर ग्रोथ नहीं और फिर भी बीटा हाई है, इसका मतलब द फ्लक्चुएशंस इन द प्राइसेस आर मोर like a speculative nature. You will buy a stock for Han when the beta is high, when you think that the beta deserve to be high, when you understand that कि उसका स्टॉक में उस तरह से मूवमेंट आएगा, वो तब देखेंगे जब इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, सपोज ट्रेनिंग इंडस्ट्री, इफ द स्टूडेंट्स आर इंक्रीजिंग बाई 20-30% एवरी ईयर, एनी इंडस्ट्री, तब उस इंडस्ट्री में बीटा भी बहुत हाई होता है। So maybe the stock prices can go down, but the chances are very high. It will give you good growth. But अगर स्पेकुलेशन के कारण बीटा हाई है, तो इन दैट केस वो तो सस्टेन नहीं करेगा ना। आपको 4 बार अगर गेन भी होगा तो 20 बार नुकसान भी होएगा। इफ हाई बीटा मीन्स हाई फ्लक्चुएशन इन द प्राइसेस। वो क्यों हो रहा है? बिकॉज कंपनीज फिनेंशियल्स आर नॉट वेरी स्टेबल, नॉट गुड, फॉर दैट रीजन द बीटा इज बिकमिंग हाई। तो अब आप अगर उस कंपनी में, कोई भी एनीबडी हु इन्वेस्ट इन दैट कंपनी, रिस्क बहुत हाई है। यू कैन थिंक 100 विल बिकम 230, बट 100 विल बिकम दैट ऑल्सो 2.3%, 2.3 टाइम्स डाउन भी होगा। जब डाउन होगा ना, सच में पैसा जाएगा तब समझ में आएगा। जब ऐसा लग रहा है कि बिकॉज इफ समथिंग इज ऑन द टॉप, इट विल बी गोइंग डाउन सर, इट विल नॉट बी गोइंग फॉर द टॉप। तो अगर हाई बीटा है, इट्स अ रिस्क फॉर द इन्वेस्टर्स। रिस्क, आई एम नॉट सेइंग गेन ज्यादा नहीं आएगा, आएगा, नुकसान भी ज्यादा होगा। तो जो रिस्क, आज कोई कॉमन टाइप ऑफ इन्वेस्टर है, अलग अलग आदमी का अलग अलग नेचर होता है। आपके पास अगर 100 रुपए हैं, आप 2.3 बीटा वाला स्टॉक में 100 में से 10-20 रुपये से ज्यादा नहीं लगाएंगे, बिकॉज आप पूरा 100 रुपया वहां लगा देंगे, वो 2 दिन में हो सकता है खत्म ही हो जाएगा आपका पूरा पैसा ही। लेकिन अगर स्टॉक का बीटा 1 है, 1.2 है, 1.3 है, तो आप उसमें अच्छा खासा पैसा लगा सकते हैं, ज्यादा जोर का फायदा नहीं होएगा। यू विल नॉट बी सफरिंग ह्यूज लॉसेस ऑल्सो, योर मनी विल बी सेफ। अब इफ योर नेचर इज लाइक दैट कि यू वांट टू टेक हाई रिस्क, इन्वेस्ट इन 2.3 बीटा। पब्लिक जनरली, जनरल इन्वेस्टर्स, वेदर इट्स इंस्टीट्यूशनल, रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स, अगर बीटा कोई भी कंपनी का एक्सेप्शनली हाई है and that company don't deserve that beta, we should not be investing that stock, because you may be thinking it will give you huge return, but वो जोर का लॉस दे देगा, आप सब खत्म हो जाएगा पूरा पैसा। when suppose I have a Kotak app and I want to buy Wari Energy shares, वो कोटक ऐप बोलता है बाई करने के पहले बीटा इज वेरी हाई, द फ्लक्चुएशन इन द प्राइसेस इन लास्ट 1 मंथ 50%, मतलब 50% गिरा भी है और 50% बढ़ा भी है। तो अगर बढ़ जाएगा और 50% मजा है, लेकिन गिर जाएगा तो सारा पैसा खत्म ना। तो कोटक ऐप बोल रहा है कि भाई सोच के, चंद्रमा सोच कर, ये 50% फ्लक्चुएट किया है 1 महीना में प्राइस, अब उसका बीटा नहीं निकाला हुआ है, निकाल लो आप, बहुत जोर का बीटा आएगा सर। सो इफ वी थिंक दैट दैट इज अ गुड स्टॉक, दैट मीन्स अवर नेचर इज दैट वी आर रेडी टू टेक दैट रिस्क। इट इज ह्यूज डिविएशन। वो डिविएशन क्यों है? मान लीजिए वारी एनर्जी, जस्ट एन एग्जांपल, सिंस मेरे को सब कुछ मालूम है। थोड़ा दिन 2-3 महीना पहले दे हैव इनकम टैक्स रेड इन ऑल देयर फैक्ट्रीज, तो जैसे ही रेड फेड हुआ, जोर का दाम गिर गया। कोई दिन कुछ और भी हुआ था, तो और फिर दाम गिर गया, फिर बाद में अचानक से बढ़, माने इन 1 मंथ द प्राइस हैज गॉन डाउन टू 2300 2200, एंड इन 1 मंथ द प्राइस इज अराउंड 3400 3500। बहुत जोर का हाई है, इतना फ्लक्चुएशन। अब किसी को ठीक लगता है वो जरूर बाई तो कर ही रहा होगा ना, कोई तो है ही यार जो नहीं बाई कर रहे, बट इट इज वेरी हाई रिस्की। आप कमाने का सोच रहे हैं, नुकसान भी उतना ही होगा ना उसी जोर से। इसलिए हो रहा है बिकॉज उसका स्टॉक में बात, खबर, ये सब बहुत आती रहता है। मे बी इट इज स्पेक्युलेटिव स्टॉक, आपको स्पेक्युलेशन में बिलीफ है, आप उसमें इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, रिस्क आपका है, किसी और का नहीं। और लोग तो कर ही रहे हैं ना, ऐसा थोड़ी ना है कि प्राइस अपने आप मूव कर रहे, समबडी इज बाइंग एंड सेलिंग, इसीलिए ना। अब लोग बोलते हैं कि ट्रम्प पहले बोलने के पहले अपना बेटा को बता देता है, एंड द ट्रम्प सन इज डूइंग ऑल द ट्रांजेक्शंस इन द वर्ल्ड। मालूम है कि नहीं, हमको नहीं मालूम, हम तो उसको बेटा को नहीं जानते सर। बट हो रहा तो है ना कि ट्रम्प आज बोलेगा कल से युद्ध बंद, फिर परसों बोलेगा फिर युद्ध कर रहे हैं, वो तो ऐसे ही डांस करता है ये। So it is creating high beta for every stock in the market now. So if you remain invested in the market at this time, that means you are a risky person. You are ready to take risk. आप अगर इस टाइम पे मार्केट से एक बार बाहर रह लेते हैं कि भैया ट्रम्प को कर लेने दो जो करना है, वॉर करना है, जो करना है उसको, 1 महीना 2 महीना 3 महीना, देन आई विल बी गोइंग व्हेन स्टेबल थिंग्स विल बी देयर। स्टेबिलिटी जब से ट्रम्प आया है ही नहीं, कभी कभी ये करेंगे, कभी टैरिफ लगा देंगे, कभी हटा देंगे, इट इज वेरी फ्लक्चुएटिंग। Fluctuation can give you huge income, but it can take your money fully in one go. So that is 2.3 बीटा। मैं वो समझाना चाह रहा हूं आपको। ये बात एग्जाम में अगर बीटा रिलेटेड कुछ पूछता है, समझाना पड़ेगा। यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन टू द एग्जामिनर व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय बीटा, है क्या वो, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट अ बीटा थिंग विच कैन बी एक्सप्लेन्ड इन मैनेजमेंट केस स्टडी और ऑपरेशनल केस स्टडी, वहां नहीं है सिलेबस में, ये यहीं पर है। तो हम अगर बहुत ज्यादा टेक्निकल पढ़ेंगे ना, लाइक आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग इन द क्लास नॉट टुडे, कि सपोज बीटा ऑफ एसेट्स इक्वल्स टू बीटा ऑफ लाइबिलिटी, लाइबिलिटी मींस इट इज डेट एंड इक्विटी, एसेट मींस जो कंपनी ने पे, वैसा मैं बोलता हूं टेक्निकल कैलकुलेशन, आपके लिए वो जरूरत नहीं है। नोबडी इज एक्सप्लेनिंग यू टू कैलकुलेट बीटा, हाउ इट इज कैलकुलेटेड। यू नीड टू एसेंस ऑफ बीटा, उसका मतलब क्या है उसको समझाना है आपको। तो सिंस हम लोग का केस स्टडी इन ऑल स्ट्रेटेजिक केस स्टडी 1 or 2 pages डिवोटेड ऑन शेयर प्राइस बीटा एंड ऑल दैट, दे आस्क क्वेश्चंस ऑन बीटा शेयर प्राइस मूवमेंट्स। कुछ ऐसा हुआ, सपोज अ कंपनी टेक्स ओवर अनदर कंपनी, तो क्या उस कंपनी का शेयर का दाम बढ़ेगा? कौन बोला? क्या दाम में ले रहे हैं, क्या सिनर्जिस्टिक बेनिफिट है, क्या नहीं। यू विल बी सेइंग गुड, आई विल बी सेइंग बैड, यू विल बी सेइंग बैड, आई विल बी सेइंग मेरा मर्जी। इट्स देयर इज नो फिक्स्ड आंसर। हमको जिस तरह से डेवलपमेंट सोच हो रहा है, आई विल एक्सप्लेन माई थॉट। एंड वन साइडेड व्यू तो वैसे भी गलत है। दे आर ऑलवेज आस्किंग क्वेश्चन विच हैव टू साइडेड व्यूज। व्हेन यू मेंशन बोथ साइड एंड देन यू कमेंट समथिंग कंक्लूजन कि आई एम गोइंग इन दिस साइड, चलेगा। बट अगर आप एक ही साइड का व्यू लिखकर आंसर दे रहे हैं तो दे विल गिव यू लेस मार्क्स, बिकॉज देयर इज नो फिक्स्ड आंसर फॉर एनीथिंग। तो इसलिए बीटा ज्यादा होना खराब भी है, अच्छा भी है। सेल अगर बढ़ रहा है, नहीं बढ़ रहा है, प्रॉफिट गिर रहा है, सबका अपना डबल डबल मीनिंग होता है, डबल चीज होता है। हम लोग को डबल चीज एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा एग्जाम के आंसर्स में। व्हेन यू विल फाइंड मॉडल आंसर, 1 paragraph positives, 1 paragraph negative, then again positive, then again negative, and then coming to conclusion that I am thinking this, that way. That is CIMA or ACCA strategic case study exam. Because taking over another company is always good? No. Always bad? No. दोनों है ना, दोनों देखना पड़ेगा। You have to mention both the aspects. So what I was concluding, are you getting Farhan and Prita? The question is not that beta is correlated. When we do good business, when we make our sales good, when we do our profit good, when we able to grow, when we able to make new investments, new innovations, product, automatically beta ठीक हो जाएगा. The fluctuation will not be there so much. The people are more, satisfied with our company's investment. So automatically there are not huge increase or a decrease in the prices, stable income, stable earnings, stability required in life. Stability required in a company also. High beta is non-stability. Maybe the industry nature is like that. So I am saying maybe industry में ही ऐसा हो सकता है. They are not going to ask कि भाई ब्रेस्को का बीटा ये आप बताइए, वैसा नहीं करते वो लोग। एक का तो ऐसे ही वो लोग मन से दिए, दूसरा का कितना देंगे, वो लोग ऐसे ही सीधा पूछेंगे बीटा के बारे में कमेंट करिए, समझाइए। कोई इन्वेस्टर बोल रहा है कि बीटा इतना हाई है, ये खराब है, ऐसे कुछ ना कुछ बनाते हैं वो लोग। They make the scenario. We need to explain good thing, bad thing about every aspect which they are telling, and then come to a conclusion कि भाई हमारा conclusion क्या है, what is my recommendation, what is my suggestion. That way the write-up is written for strategic case study. रॉन्ग राइट कुछ नहीं है, नथिंग, फरहान इज रॉन्ग, प्रीता इज रॉन्ग, सृजिक, एनीबडी हु इज सेइंग कुछ रॉन्ग गलत है ही नहीं, होता ही नहीं है केस स्टडी में रॉन्ग राइट कुछ है ही नहीं सर। जो बोलेंगे लॉजिक के साथ समझाकर बोलना है, एक्सप्लेन करना है पैराग्राफ वाइज, बुलेट पॉइंट आंसर सर नॉट अलाउड, वन लाइन वन लाइन वन लाइन 20 पॉइंट्स, जीरो जीरो, in place of 20 points write 5 points but explain them, each point should be logically explained why this is happening.
Sir, just one question इसी point पे what you're saying कि is there any standard कितना होना चाहिए, like how many words or how many paragraphs, is there anything like that standard that we follow?
Yes, we see that suppose 60 marks, 60 minutes you need to write an answer, है ना? Out of 60 minutes, the unseen portion, the write-up, the annexure, requirement, you will take around 10 to 15 minutes to read them. At that time, you cannot write anything. 10-15 मिनट पहले आपको read करना है. So average 45 minutes you are having. Now suppose there are two requirements. One is 60%, one is 40%. So out of 45 minutes, 60% time you should give to the first one and 40% to the second one. If both the requirements are 50-50%, then 45 minutes 50-50% you will give to both. मतलब जो भी आपके पास टाइम होगा, the percentage you will allocate the time accordingly.
And that is our judgment. That will be my judgment कि वो दोनों question में से कौन सा critical है, I will judge it at that point of time.
नहीं नहीं, वो लोग लिखेंगे, ब्रैकेट में लिख देंगे,
अच्छा,
60-40% they will mention.
Okay, okay.
They will mention in the bracket कि ये 60-60 है, 40-50 ये बता देंगे वो लोग. तो आपके पास जो राइटिंग टाइम है, you need to allocate that much time to that answer. Now when you write, they want a speed of in 1 minute you should be able to type 1.5 lines, 15 to 20 words. That is the standard written by the institute. With a font size 11, not 20. With a font size 11, you should be able to type around 15 to 20 words per minute. मतलब if you are writing an answer say 20 minutes, 45 minutes में 40% है, which is coming around 20 minutes. So 20 minutes में your length of the answer will be around 30 lines. With a font size 11, 15 to 20 words per minute, so it will be giving 1.5 lines. So 45 minutes में all the answer 2 or 3 requirements, your length of the answer 45 into 1.5, around 65 to 70 lines in total, whatever the requirements are there. So you can take an example of say 70, 70, 70. So in total in the entire paper in 3 hours, you are going to write 210 lines. Now you will say that sir, I have written 200 lines. Chalega. But you will say that sir, I have written 150 lines. Nahi chalega. Because if the quantities are not there, quality will not come. But somebody will say that sir, I have written 350 lines. कोई बहुत ज्यादा डांस नहीं करना है, because whether you have written as per the requirement, that is more important. They are concerned with the quality, not the quantity. So if somebody can type very fast, doesn't matter. यहाँ टाइपिंग का बात नहीं हो रहा है, जो पूछा जा रहा है हम वो आंसर कर रहे हैं क्या, हम उसके अकॉर्डिंगली लिख रहे हैं क्या, दैट्स मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. बिकॉज स्टूडेंट फेस प्रॉब्लम, they are asking A, student is writing Z. No correlation with what they are asking. आप मान लीजिए सोच रहे हैं आप कुछ भी लिखना चालू कर दिए, बस नॉर्मली आपको लिखना है. यू आर नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट व्हाट दे आर आस्किंग, व्हाट द सिनेरियो, एग्जैक्टली क्या पूछ रहे हो, ध्यान ही नहीं दे रहे. सो इन दैट केस मार्क्स विल बी वेरी वेरी लेस. चांसेस इज देयर द स्टूडेंट विल नॉट पास. मे बी ही इज राइटिंग, ही और सी इज राइटिंग वेरी वेल, बट ही इज नॉट राइटिंग टू द रिक्वायरमेंट. उससे मतलब नहीं है ना. सो हम लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं कि आप जितना भी टाइम एलोकेट करेंगे, उस टाइम में आपको 1.5 लाइन्स पर मिनट आपको आंसर लिखना है. सो व्हेन यू विल बी राइटिंग आंसर्स फॉर माय असाइनमेंट्स, व्हिच आई फॉलो दिस रूल एवरी टाइम, कि व्हेन सर हैज गिवन सम क्वेश्चंस, अगर ये 20 मिनट का है तो मेरे को 20 मिनट में 30 लाइन्स इसमें लिखना है. मेरे को जो है रिसर्च कर लिया, अब अपने वर्ड से अपनी तरफ से आप उसका लाइन 1.5 लाइन पर मिनट आप लिखिए. That you should always practice, so that by the time exam will come, you are well practiced, you are well prepared, कि चीजें भी आती है और आपको प्रॉपर लेंथ का आंसर भी लिखना आता है. ठीक है. So what I was saying that in a final, if I will in nutshell in cover this, Kwirtmak is a strong company in terms of technology and innovation. but it is currently facing challenges in terms of sales, in terms of competition, because competitors are doing well. The company needs to act strategically by improving its market positioning. ठीक करना होगा सर. Exploring new opportunities like medical sector and strengthening the risk management. Risk management को ठीक करना पड़ेगा. We can say that if they do these things successfully, properly, then there are potential that they will regain their sales improvement, profit improvement, whatever their past was there in 2025, they will be able to get that. I can just say that there is nothing called excellent bad answer in the exam. जो क्वेश्चन में पूछ रहा है, what they are asking, what scenario they are giving, you need to think along those lines. Maybe you are very knowledgeable, you have worked at very different level. आपको क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा गया है, focus on that. Try to build your understanding, your practical aspect into that, and then give your answer, including the unseen portion, the pre-seen portion, your knowledge, your understanding, in a very structured manner, in paragraph structure. एक paragraph 5 to 6 lines, 5 to 6 lines. So you can say that's in 30 lines, you are making 5-6 paragraphs. 2 to 3 in favor, 2 to 3 against, 1 in the conclusion. That way you will build up your answer. You will feel very happy if you do this again and again in the classes when we will be studying. अब बार बार ऐसा ही फॉलो करोगे, बार बार इसी तरह से when you follow this, then you will be able to perform better. If we go specifically about the financial data, अच्छा यहां पर ये जो अलग अलग टाइप का प्रिंटर है ना, ये अलग अलग टाइप का प्रिंटर का जो ये सब वर्डिंग्स लिखा हुआ है, दिस इज वेरी, आई मीन टू से, सिंस देयर आर सो मेनी प्री सीन इन स्ट्रैटेजी, इस बार का प्री सीन में ये सब बहुत फालतू लिखा हुआ है. दिस इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड ऑल्सो, बट आई हैव रिटन इन माई नोट्स बाय डूइंग रिसर्च इनका सिंपल मीनिंग क्या है. मैंने बार बार रिसर्च करके उसको निकाला है कि इसका सिंपल मीनिंग, ये प्रिंटर कैसे ऑपरेट करता है. आपको उसको याद नहीं करना है, but try to read 2-3 times whatever I have written. You don't need to read these things because ये उस तरह से, because we are not technical person. फिर तो वही जो वो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि स्टडी में we have in our company most of the persons are technical, there is no commercial, और वैसे जनरल बिजनेस सोचने वाला आदमी कम है, नहीं है. For that reason maybe our sales is affected. We are technically strong, we are doing innovation, but बिजनेस करना नहीं आता, कोई बिजनेस सिखाने वाला नहीं. The CIMA Management Strategic Case Study student will help them to learn how to do the business. That's the missing part in their board structure or the structure which they have maintained in their organization. High dependency on CAD design. Yes, sir, because printer, the 3D printer, without computer aided design, it cannot develop. Only be good as the CAD output. True. Customer lock-in could be explored with material sales. In one para, they are only saying customers can buy material if they want. But we want that कि वो लोग अगर हमारा मशीन लेंगे तो मटेरियल हमारे से लेते रहें, हमको उस तरह का सर्विस उनको देना होगा. अब आप अगर मान लीजिए एचपी का प्रिंटर लेंगे, एचपी का कार्ट्रिज अब लेंगे ही नहीं, तो एचपी तो बेचारा प्रिंटर बेचकर लॉस में है, कुछ नहीं मिला उसको. They are not getting anything by selling printers. It could suppliers waste, R&D, high fixed cost, labor, operational, anything high fixed cost. Yes, sir. कि fixed cost मेरे हिसाब से भी there are high. Yes, Sri Lakshmi, tell me.
Sir, as you rightly pointed out in the pre-seen material, they've given so much technical information about
Very
the
faltu,
types
sir.
of 3D
It has
printing.
eaten my
I
head in
just
last
had
7 days. Sachi.
no, I just had one question because
Huh?
one thing I felt after reading the pre-scene is sustainability is definitely one very important angle I felt. And I also had this feeling that it would definitely be tested in the exam in terms of the
Every
sustainability angle
term.
of this whole 3D printing.
When you talk
So
of a
with
strategic
respect,
case study, sustainability and ethics are the core blood.
yeah.
of the
So with
story.
respect to sustainability, are we expected to do the research into the technicalities of this and understand and
I
be
have done.
prepared?
No point. I have
Okay.
done whatever research I have done on sustainability. I have written the points on ethics also, what type of question they will give. My write-up is, you can say 96 page, but it is in font size 20. If you
Okay.
write it in font size normal 10, 11, then it will be coming just around 20, 30 pages. I have taken so much space in my write-up, you can see. So
Yeah.
it is not very lengthy, but it is whatever the general common sense you need to develop now in different types of question to write the answers. You will find even on the day of exam also that this will be there, because I have not done preparation of this in one day. They gave me the pre-scene last week only. From that day I started reading and I found very bad, sad. क्या लिख रहा है ये लेजर प्रिंटर दिस दैट यहाँ से गया. आई वॉज नॉट गेटिंग एट ऑल बिकॉज आई एम नॉट ए टेक्निकल पर्सन. हमको कहां से समझ में आएगा कि ये यहां से ऐसे निकलता है, ऐसे पाउडर है, ये आई एम नॉट गेटिंग एट ऑल. So I thought that I need to do it proper research, because how I will explain. So I found generally nowadays I'm not giving any videos, but I give some videos also कि ये वीडियो आपको ये समझने में कि घड़ी कैसे बन रहा है, एरोप्लेन का ये कैसे बन रहा है, इम्प्लांट कैसे बन रहा है. I've given that videos so that you will be able to see and you understand. Not that this video has any usage in the exam, but since there are technical terms written, you are not understanding, you don't like. So you need to see the video. Maybe you can do some research on any video on YouTube. 3D printing used in the medical sector. A video you can just search. But don't do huge research, because we cannot become a technical person by doing a case study. We are a business person and we need to manage the business of the company. So technical things are there. I didn't like that, because normally this type of technical write-up are there in operational case study, not in management and strategic. But this is the time that they have written so much technical. Why they have written like that, this printing? They could have written in it. So it is, I have written in my pre-scene analysis, not required to mug up. Just read that once. You will find very easy as compared to what they have written. So when you will be writing the answers for different industry application, you can use those words. Obviously, it's one day only I have given, because I am bounded by the CIMA Institute to not share with the student unless and until it is released by the institute. What can I do? They write so many things in the mail. Don't share this, that, unethical. How I will share here? Otherwise, I could have shared earlier only. But they say such sentences and all that, then we get afraid. If we share, what will happen? So what we were saying that the sales or the cost of goods sold, obviously when the sale is down and the cost of goods sold is not decreasing in that fashion, obviously the gross profit margin is lower than last year. When you calculate 1943 by 2856 and 1492 by 2320, you will find current year gross profit margin lesser than last year. That means the sale is going down at a higher pace than the cost down. You can see that in the cost there are fixed expenditures. Even though the sale is down, they are not going down. Fixed expenditure you cannot save. The sales has gone down, but the fixed expenditure remains same only. They are not getting down. So there are many reasons, Farhan. We can say maybe the sale price is less. Maybe we can say that we have not been able to work efficiently. Maybe we can say that there are fixed expenditures are there. कितनी सारी बातें. कौन बोल रहे कि एक सही, सब सही. The way you explain, man, the way you can see that this is the logic. All three students are writing three different aspects. All three are correct. They have written in the model answer many times. If you refer the past exams, they have categorically said a student can have a different write-up, different comment, a different thing than what is in the model answers. Marks will be awarded for relevant discussion, for relevant explanation. So there is nothing wrong or right in any case study exam. Don't टेक टेंशन, मेरा ऐसा है उसका ऐसा है, भाई कोई बात नहीं, क्या है?
Sir, one more question. You made the content, of course, how we think and do. How much points is given to the structure? Because I think that's also one of the points in your comment, the structure bit. How much points do we get on that? How much should we focus on the structure bit?
When they give the marks, then they have said that कि first when you read the student answer, then the student answer need to be categorized into 3 levels. One is the student answer is very poor, so the marks of the student will be 1/3 के अंदर. Second, the student answer is mediocre, then the marks will be 1/3 to 2/3. And if the student answer is the topmost level, the marks will be greater than 2/3. So once the examiner read your answer, then they try to find out what is asked in the question. Have you understood? And are your write-up is as per the requirement? If it is as per the requirement, you are straight away going into the second level. First level के बाहर आ गए आप. But if first level means the requirement is something, you are writing something, that means you are in the first level. You have not understood the requirement. आपको 1/3 से ज्यादा नंबर मिल ही नहीं सकते. You can say that this is a structure. Structure of the answer not as per the requirement. जो पूछा है वो लिखा ही नहीं. If you have written as per the requirement and your explanations are very logical, very explanatory, very understandable in a simple language as per the requirement, that means you are going to the top level. But if your answers are as per the, but the explanations are not so good, they are mota mota, then in that case I am taking you to the middle level. So suppose there is a question of 15 marks. Suppose 5, 5 to 10 and 10 to 15. 1 to 5, 1/3 means you have written poor. You have not followed the structure, not followed the requirement. मैं आपको उसमें डालूंगा. Middle और higher. ये लोग ऐसा बोले. So 5 to 10 marks. Now suppose I am an examiner giving you 8 marks. Somebody will give you 7. Somebody will give you 9. उतना benefit of doubt आपको देना पड़ेगा सर. Because you also, you will check your answer. Today morning you will give 7. Today evening you will give 8. उतना आप नहीं control कर सकते. You can't do anything for that. Because it's not 2 plus 2, 4. It's a theory. So in a range, maybe 1 or 2, 1 marks here and there will be there. So structure means what? What is asked in the question, what you are writing as per the requirement, that is called structure. And based on the structure, you are falling in the 3 categories. When initially I will be giving marks to all of you, I will not be giving marks for 1 month because presently you are doing research, then you are writing. It is not your own full thought. So if I will give you good marks, you will get top, not required. Be on the floor. So presently I will just say good, bad, right, अच्छा लिखा, नहीं लिखा. I will say like that. Sometime, but main marks when you give the mock paper without any research in 3 hours, then I will give you marks. How you are performing. अभी तो वैसे भी हम लोग को 1 month पढ़ना है, समझना है क्या तरह के क्वेश्चन आते हैं, क्या सिनेरियो है, लिखना है, समझेंगे ना. Then we will go into mock papers and getting the marks, how much we are getting, वो टेस्ट करेंगे. ठीक ना. मेरे को आंसर पढ़ के स्टूडेंट को 3 कैटेगरी में बांट देने का है. ये इंस्टीट्यूट का गाइडलाइंस है. सो आई विल फॉलो देयर गाइडलाइंस इन मार्किंग, इन गिविंग मार्क्स, इन गिविंग माय कमेंट टू ऑल ऑफ यू. एंड यू विल ऑल्सो रियलाइज कि आप इस कैटेगरी में क्यों हैं. वाई I will say why you are falling in the 1/3 category, why you are falling in the middle category. आप क्यों इसमें डाल जा रहे हैं, क्या लिखा है, नहीं लिखा है, सारा लॉजिक देंगे आपको आपके आंसर पे. So that you will work on your answer and then you will perform better in the next time. In one go you cannot become top. Gradual, धीरे धीरे, है ना.
Sir, just a quick question regarding the assignments and mocking. We will receive personalized marking feedback, right?
एकदम
Other
1
than
by
what we
1.
discuss in the class.
हाँ हाँ एकदम. श्री लक्ष्मी
So
separate
it will be
whatever you
very
have written.
personalized to whatever I write.
हाँ हाँ एकदम.
Not very generic marking.
नहीं नहीं, everyone, but
Okay.
you understand that कि suppose I have given you personalized marking, but whatever I have said, many points I have said to Preeta also, because
Okay.
you are falling both in the same category. It is personalized for you, but there are similarity between you and her. So there are some points I have written to both of you that way. It will be possible because the question is same. It's not different question for different student. So I will be giving that personalized marking to each individual student, but it will be based, maybe similarities are there in two students because they are coming in the same category. ठीक है ना? So what I was telling that when we are saying that their profit is down, their operating profit margin is less because this is more or less same and the research expenditure is slightly down. बट फिर भी आज अगर हम लोग मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रॉफिट सेल्स गॉन डाउन थोड़ा कम किया होएगा, इट विच इज वेरी मार्जिनल, लेकिन अगर हम लोग परसेंटेज निकालेंगे वो तो यहीं पर गड़बड़ हो चुका है ना. द ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इज ऑलरेडी डाउन बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इज डाउन. The interest is as compared to operating income 108, it is greater than 10 times whatever we have to pay to interest. So debt का तो कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं. You are earning $10, you need to pay $1. So there is no problem that you cannot serve debt, you cannot pay interest. Tax तो as your earnings, the taxes are there. जैसा कमाओगे टैक्स वैसा लगेगा. Most probably the chances are there, the percentage of tax in both the year is same only. It may be slightly here and there, but mostly the tax rate remains same. So the tax pushed remains same, not the amount absolute term, but the relative term, percentage term, they are same. So the problem is there with the company gross profit margin, which is affecting the net profit, operating profit margin, all the aspects. Will there be any requirement or questions related to No, sir. No IFRS. It is only there in MCS. The accounting part is not there in strategic level, neither in CIMA, neither in ACCA. Tension नहीं है. आपको कोई accounts नहीं जानना है. Starting with understanding the requirement and then writing the answers based on the requirement. That is called structure. आप अगर रिक्वायरमेंट समझ गए तो 80% चांस है कि एकदम बढ़िया आंसर लिखेंगे, पास भी होने वाले हैं. बोलेगा सर इतना क्या बात है रिक्वायरमेंट. व्हेन आई विल गिव यू द क्वेश्चन देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड, देन वी विल डिस्कस इन द क्लास. सर आई वाज थिंकिंग दिस कि दे आर आस्किंग दिस, बट नाउ आई अंडरस्टूड, ओ दे आर आस्किंग दिस. दे विल ट्विस्ट द रिक्वायरमेंट इन अ वेरी डिफरेंट इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज. सर सीधा नहीं बोलना आता, घुमा घुमा के बोलना आता है सर. सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग द रिक्वायरमेंट इज 80% ऑफ योर राइट अप. You understand the requirement, you are winning the race 80%. But no accounting, no IFRS. Only in MCS, not in SCS. In our currency, there are some losses, which is not realized loss because it is already written in statement of changes in equity. This is, you can say, foreign subsidiary or something non-realized losses, but फिर भी हुआ तो है. No question of accounting, but I am just saying that in foreign currency we have suffered losses which may not be realized losses, but losses are there. As far as dividend is concerned, around 50%, not exactly 50 से थोड़ा ज्यादा है. Whatever we are earning, we are giving 50% to shareholders. Balance 50% we are reinvesting in the business. If we go with the balance sheet, we should calculate. I will be giving you calculated ratios, that operating profit as a percentage of non-current assets, operating profit as a percentage of total assets, sales as a percentage of assets, कितना assets से कितना sale कर रहे हैं, so that we can go into deep where we are affecting. Are we not doing the sales or we are not able to control the expenditures? We will be able to analyze. आप सेल से एसेट्स को डिवाइड देंगे तो आएगा एक $1 का एसेट से हाउ मच सेल्स यू आर जनरेटिंग. एंड इफ यू टेक what do you say, the profit margin, then automatically we have seen that the expenditures percentage is more than last year. But अगर sales भी last year से asset से कम हो रहा है, so we are being affected double times ना. We are not using our assets efficiently, not able to generate revenue, and the expenditure are also high. So our return on capital employed has adversely affected. We need to calculate, है ना. Goodwill and all that, no accounting, but goodwill same hai, matlab there is no impairment in the goodwill. Other intangible assets, there are impairment, I meant to say amortization and purchase, both are there. 422 to 497 is addition plus and minus depreciation, amortization. How much it is that, don't know, not going to come anything. Accounting question उनके पास स्कोप ही नहीं है. उनके पास इतना स्कोप है आपको जनरली स्ट्रैटेजिक मैटर पे एनालाइज करने का कि अकाउंट्स में नहीं जा रहे हैं वो लोग, और सिलेबस में भी नहीं लिखा हुआ है. कोर एरिया ए बी सी डी ई, नो अकाउंटिंग. इन एसीसी एसबीएल, नो अकाउंटिंग टॉपिक. किसी का कोई अकाउंटिंग नहीं है. अब कोई जनरल रेशियोज निकालना, वो भी निकालना नहीं है. पहले से निकाल कर रखिए, एनालाइज करके रखिए, स्ट्रेट अवे यूज इट, बिकॉज दिस मटेरियल दे हैव गिवन यू 45 days बिफोर एग्जाम. सो रेशियोज आप सीधा सीधी परसेंटेज यूज करेंगे. I will give you calculated ratios all together. You just 2-3 times read and use it wherever it is required in your structure, in your write-up. Take the examples of companies, those who are actually there in the market. मैंने अपना नोट्स में लिख कर दिया है कौन कौन सा कंपनी है जो इस तरह का बिजनेस में है, जो मार्केट में है, लिस्टेड है. वो सब कंपनी का एग्जाम्पल नाम लिखकर उसको बोलेंगे कैसे ये यूज हो रहा है. You will read my material, you will find all research I have done, looking at not that कि मेरे को कुछ भी लिख कर देना है. What type of question they ask, how they write the answers, what is their system of asking questions, ये सोचकर मैंने रिसर्च किया. ये नहीं कि जबरदस्ती कुछ भी. Whatever is actually relevant for you in your writing any answer, I have written in my analysis, which you will realize when you will write different answers assignments. Yes, Prita.
सर डू यू गेट टू सी क्वेश्चंस आल्सो? ये आपके पास मटेरियल तो आ जाता है एडवांस में, बट जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं वो भी वो लोग शेयर करते हैं, दे शेयर इट विद यू?
नहीं नहीं. नहीं
देन हाउ डू यू नो योर स्टूडेंट्स कम एंड टेल यू ये क्वेश्चंस आए थे?
नहीं, तो क्वेश्चंस जो स्टूडेंट आए थे वो लोग खाली समझ लीजिए. हम लोगों ने आपको एक क्वेश्चन दिया कि कंपनी मेडिकल में जाना चाह रही, ठीक है, सिनारियो दे दिया मैंने. और फिर उसके बाद मैंने बोला कि क्या कंपनी को मेडिकल में जाना चाहिए, तो आपने आंसर लिखा एसएफए मॉडल, सुटेबिलिटी, फिजिबिलिटी, एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी. बोलेगा सर मैंने मॉडल नहीं लिखा, मैंने कुछ और, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, समबडी है. तो मेरे को स्टूडेंट जब क्वेश्चन आया तो बोला सर मैंने एसएफए मॉडल लिखा था, बस इतना ही बताता है वो, और कुछ नहीं पता चलता.
No, no, I was just trying to understand that because you prepared this mock test, na? So I was thinking that questions be, you typically know
नहीं,
कि ऐसे
क्वेश्चन
ऐसे-
प्रीवियस टर्म में जो आया हुआ है ना, डिफरेंट केस स्टडी का, हम लोग के ध्यान में तो वो सब है ही ना, हर टर्म
हाँ,
लास्ट.
तो वही मैं पूछ रही
हाँ,
थी. You get to see those questions, no? Previous जितने भी हुए रहेंगे वो questions you've seen, right? So
एक
that's why you
सेकंड,
have that fair.
वो तो आपको भी मिलेगा, ये मेरा अकेले अकेले नहीं है. एक सेकंड, सपोज मैं डाल
हाँ, okay.
CGMA सीमा
Oh my bad,
पास्ट
मैंने रिसर्च नहीं किया है. Okay.
पेपर्स. नहीं, आपको जब ज्वाइन किए ना तो सीमा इंस्टीट्यूट रजिस्टर करने के बाद एक मेल करता है, उसमें सारा लिंक देता है. आप बोलेंगे मैं, लेकिन अभी खोल देता हूं, निकल जाएगा. दिस इज नॉट सीमा इंस्टीट्यूट.
Sir, should we directly try the CGMA study hub?
हाँ, वही मैं सोच रहा हूं. स्टडी हब, in that you will find help for CGMA, SCS, past term, papers. This is operational level, but फिर भी right. This is to purchase. I will give the link. मैं दे दूंगा आप लोग को, उसमें सारा ही है, सभी टू जेड यू विल फाइंड फॉर लास्ट एटलीस्ट 7-8 टर्म्स, ऑल आर देयर विथ ऑल द मॉडल्स एंड ऑल दैट. बट आप उसको देखेंगे ना तो आपको कंफ्यूजन होएगा, बिकॉज दैट इज अ डिफरेंट प्री सीन मटेरियल, डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्री. Based on that, the questions are designed. So when you go into reading that questions or answers, it is very much related with that pre-seen material. तो वो कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करेगा. तो उससे रिलेटेड उसको बेस करके किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस वो लोग पूछते हैं, हम लोग इसके लिए भी बना लेते हैं. और बहुत सारा तो इंस्टीट्यूट दे ही रहा है ना हम लोग को, हेल्प तो कर ही रहा है कि व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस व्हिच कैन कम, हाउ टू दे मेक द सिनेरियोज, दे आर हेल्पिंग. मैं बहुत सारा उनका ही रिसोर्सेस यूज करने वाला हूं. जब ऑलरेडी द गुड रिसोर्सेस दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग, व्हाई टू डू रिसर्च ऑन दोज थिंग्स, व्हाई टू वेस्ट आवर टाइम व्हेन दे आर गिविंग दोज रिसोर्सेस टू अस. यस श्री लक्ष्मी.
Sir, I came across in one of the reels. I'm yet to get to the link. If I get it, I'll share it. They
I will
said
share to all
in
of you. Presently, it is not
no,
coming.
no, not this one, sir. In CGMA Study Hub, apparently there's a section for examiners' comments
No, they are
where they will differentiate
not
between.
examiner comment. They are giving for each term 7-8 papers for each variant, the model answer, the question, the examiner's comment, everything. It's a simple
Okay.
link. I will give that. And in that,
Acha,
there
theek
is
hai. I don't know if
operational
what
manual.
I'm saying is different from yours. Let us see, sir. I've seen it in one of the
I will give,
reels.
sir.
I wanted to
If I
share
will
that
not be
reel with you,
finding,
but
I
then
will
I
ask
forgot.
CIMA Institute. They will give me in 1 second, yaar.
Yeah, I forgot to
Ah,
share it with you.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And one more thing I wanted to ask you, sir, for
Ah.
case study, are there any mock exams that are available on the CIMA website itself? Do they offer any free mock exams?
They give to the, like, I mean to say, if we are talking about Preeta or anybody, then they are giving to them. To you as a normal CIMA student, whether they will give, I don't know. Sorry.
Preeta is FLP then.
Not FLP. C is a C-suite, CFO program.
Ah, okay.
So if the student are in FLP or the CFO program and all that, they are giving them the mock papers. And even 1 or 2, they
Acha.
evaluate also. But you are a CIMA normal student,
Ah,
they will not be giving you anything. Sorry.
okay. Okay.
I'm there, I will give you. Whatever they will give to Prita, they are giving it to me also. Na? I will be using everything in the class. Don't worry. जो मेरे को इंस्टीट्यूट से मिलेगा हम सब तो क्लास में यूज करेंगे एनी हाउ माई कंपल्सरी सब्जेक्ट. So what I was telling that when we will calculate based on the assets, what is the sale, whether the sales of the company comparison to assets is going down, that's a double effect. कि कॉस्ट इज अप, प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इज डाउन और सेल्स भी नहीं बढ़ रहे, तो दोनों जगह ही गड़बड़ हो रहा है ना. देन वी कैन कैलकुलेट सम वर्किंग कैपिटल एनालिसिस कि भाई सेल्स बाय इन्वेंट्री, सेल्स बाय रिसीवेबल, or it's a receivable period, payable period. We can calculate to analyze their working capital management, it is going good or not, or the working capital management is proper or not. Then we can see that equity is double than debt. If you find out 2106 and 1350, that is total is 3500 approximately. 3500, 1350 is around 35-40%, not very high. And if you see the competitor, they are also having the same type of debt equity ratio. And at the same time, even though maybe standalone it is 35-40%, but the interest coverage is 10 times. So their financial risk is not very high. But still beta is high. That means the reason for beta high is not financial risk, it's business risk. The business is risky. For that reason, the people are, or you can say that the fluctuation in the prices are very high. The trade payable tax liabilities, we can calculate the period, but it is not very big amount. If we do the competitor analysis, their sales has gone up, their cost of goods sold has gone up, but the percentage is less than increase in sales. So their gross profit margin has gone up, their operating profit margin has gone up, and their interest is slightly greater than us, 108, 100, but their income is also very high. So their interest coverage ratio is around 12-13 times as compared to ours around 10 times. If you divide their EBIT by interest, it will be coming around 12-13 times. Ours is around 10 times. So their interest coverage is better than us. As far as dividend, they are paying not 50, they are paying 60-70%. We are paying around 50%. Out of 1100, 800 will be coming around 75-80% dividend. But we are paying around 50% dividend, slightly greater than 50%. So they are paying more dividend. Maybe more earnings, they are paying more dividend. And this is not the history. This is only 1 year data we are getting. कि dividend वो लोग इतना दे रहे हैं. Their asset based are higher because their sales is higher. We can calculate for them the sales divided by assets. Whether with $1 of assets, are they doing more sales than us or we are doing more? We can, you can say in terms of their working capital, find out the receivable period, receivable inventory period, payables period. I will be giving you all these notes, the calculations, write up on that. I have not yet shared that. That analysis I have not done. As far as their debt equity is concerned, out of around 4,700, 1,400, the proportion of debt out of the total is lower in case. So they are less risky. The financial risk is less as compared. But interest coverage in both the cases is very high. So financial risk is not very high in any of the companies. When somebody was saying, Farhan was saying surprises, देखिए शुरू से लेकर एंड तक तो बराबर आ चुका है. इट वॉज अराउंड यू कैन से 50, वापस से 50 चल रहा है. लेकिन ये जो यहाँ गया फिर यहाँ फिर यहाँ इसको अगर ऐसे बनाएंगे तो ये तो बहुत हाई फ्लक्चुएशन है. आप देखिए हाईएस्ट प्राइस इज इवन ग्रेटर देन 500 ऑल्सो. मेनी टाइम्स इट टच्ड अराउंड 500 और अभी 50 और लास्ट में भी 50 से 500, 21 से लेकर 26, 5 years गैप. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. कौन सा इतना कंपनी होगा जिसका दाम इस तरह से 5 सालों में इतना फ्लक्चुएट हुआ है? बहुत कम. Many, very few. The beta is high because why? The beta is high because you can see suppose somebody has purchased shares here और अभी वो यहां खड़ा है. अब इसका कभी आएगा क्या जीवन में दाम? आएगा. कंपनी का ये दिखा रहा है ग्राफ कि फिर ऊपर नीचे जाएगा. अगर आप में पेशेंस है चुपचाप से बैठे रहिए यहां. Maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, don't know when the Trump will sudra and all that, then it will again reach to 500 because this is the history of the history repeats itself. So if Farhan will say I will buy the share, it is high beta stock, अभी तो एकदम lowest level पे खरीदो, ठीक है. फ्यूचर कोई नहीं जानता है सर मैं, बट इट इज रिस्की स्टॉक. तो अगर आपके पास पैसे है 10-15% से ज्यादा यहां नहीं लगाना चाहिए. इतना रिस्क लेने का जरूरत नहीं है लाइफ में. फिर तो कहीं चोरी कर लेंगे यार. So I will, according to my analysis, the risk is high in the stock. And if you want to invest in risky stock, you should not invest more than 10% of your wealth. आपको शेयर मार्केट में 5 लाख रुपया लगाना है तो 5 लाख का 10%, 50,000 से ज्यादा इस स्टॉक में नहीं लगाना है. बहुत रिस्क है. आप अगर 2-4 लाख रुपया लगा दिए पूरा और वो ये 50 का और भी लड्डू हो गया, कहानी खत्म हो जाएगा सर. और वो बढ़ ही नहीं रहे 2-3 साल तक, तो आप तो वहीं खड़े रह जाएंगे. इट इज एट द लोएस्ट रेंज, वापिस से वहीं पहुंच गया है. बीटा हाई है बिकॉज ऑफ बिजनेस रिस्क, नॉट फिनेंशियल. फिनेंशियल डेट है लेकिन वी आर एबल टू सर्व डेट वेरी वेल. थोड़ा सा अफेक्ट जरूर आएगा, मैं कैलकुलेशन भी एज्यूम करके दूंगा, बट द बिजनेस रिस्क इज वेरी हाई इन द इंडस्ट्री because it's a new industry, grown up in last 10-15 years. The demand is very fluctuating, fixed expenditures are there. For that reason, business में कमाई नहीं होने से we will not be able to meet up our expenditures. Business risk is high, some financial risk is there obviously because both the companies have taken debt. But आपको एग्जाम में ये नहीं दे रहा है कि ब्रेस्को का क्या है, नहीं देने वाला है सर. वो आपको अपने आप ही लिखना है, स्ट्रेट अवे आपको अपने हिसाब से बिल्टअप करना है कि ब्रेस्को का कम है, खराब है, पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव, व्हाट सिनेरियो गिवन, व्हाट कंक्लूजन यू वांट टू ड्रॉ आउट ऑफ दैट, दैट्स योर कॉल. और वो आंसर कोई फिक्स्ड नहीं है, वो सबका अलग अलग है. बट इफ यू आर राइटिंग एन आंसर जस्ट वन वे विदाउट थिंकिंग अबाउट द अदर एस्पेक्ट, दे डोंट लाइक, बिकॉज दैट मीन्स दे आर थिंकिंग दैट यू आर नॉट ए स्ट्रेटेजिक पर्सन. यू आर जस्ट थिंकिंग इन वन साइडेड व्यू, आपका दूसरा साइड व्यू खुलता ही नहीं. You may have a conclusion different than mine, different than any other student, but आपका conclusion के पहले, recommendation के पहले दो अलग अलग दोनों चीज को समझाएंगे तो सरीना, good, bad, pros, cons. Most of the question evaluate. What is evaluate? Pros, cons, advantage, disadvantage. That is called evaluation. Evaluation का मतलब ही यही होता है. आप रिकमेंड कुछ भी करिए, आपको बोल रहे कंपनी को टेक ओवर करना है, सपोज यू आर राइटिंग वी शुड टेक ओवर एडवांटेज 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 एडवांटेज, ऐसा कभी संभव है कि इन एनी डिसीजन एवरीथिंग विल बी गुड ओनली? देयर आर नो चांसेस ऑफ एनीथिंग बैड, खोज के निकालना होगा, यू आर बाउंड टू, you are writing something disadvantage 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 bad bad, not possible, some benefit must be there out of that, खोज के निकालना होगा। your recommendation conclusion में भी लास्ट में कि भाई हम ये सोच रहे हैं ऐसा करना चाहिए, that's okay, if you have given both kind of views that means okay चलेगा। आप एक साइडेड व्यू के साथ ही खत्म हो गए, दैट मीन्स स्ट्रेटेजिक थिंकिंग आपने नहीं लगाया, लॉन्ग टर्म नहीं सोचा, हॉलो सोचा, शॉर्ट टर्म सोचा। शॉर्ट टर्म सोच मैनेजमेंट और ऑपरेशनल लेवल में अलाउड, यू ऑलवेज नीड टू थिंक 4 ईयर 5 ईयर डाउन द रोड। आप जो डिसीजन ले रहे हैं उसका फायदा तुरंत तुरंत नहीं मिलेगा, इट विल बी गोइंग टू बी रिसीव्ड इन 3 ईयर 4 ईयर 5 ईयर्स लाइक दैट। देयर आर सम प्रॉब्लम इन अ पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट और अ डिवीजन, बट यू नीड टू आंसर इट इज अ प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द होल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, every department, kaise, how, that you need, that is called strategy। as we were doing Sri Lakshmi, those questions what they were asking multiple choice, but what do we mean by strategy? It is not one department, it is not one day, it is not short term, long term, broader सोचना है बार बार, that is strategic case study, and answer should be written in paragraph format। You write, you open any model answer, all answers are written in paragraph format। How many paragraphs? Depending upon time and availability, 1 minute 1.5 line, one paragraph 5 to 6 line, another paragraph different aspect, another paragraph different aspect। Practice, we need to practice, we cannot achieve this in one go। खराब लिखेंगे फिर अच्छा then we, yes।
Sir, can we please discuss in next class or whenever possible the CIMA verbs, just the verb hierarchy,
I will give
in
you a
very
note
simple layman terms,
I will
whatever
give you a
verbs they
write-up।
use, evaluate, recommend, and
I
whatever.
will give you a write-up in 1 page in simple language it is written।
ठीक है सर, वो
It is
वो
already
अगर मिल जाए
prepared।
असाइनमेंट के पहले तो इट बी बेटर।
Yes, yes। So
थैंक यू सर।
you can use those verb कि भाई इसका ये मतलब है, so that I need to write like this।
या
हाँ ठीक है, already there I will give। आप लोग को मैंने फिर लास्ट में कंक्लूजन ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं, आपको एक बार, बिकॉज अगर मैं अभी क्वेश्चन देता भी हूं आपको अभी आंसर नहीं लिखना है, यू हैव टाइम टिल सैटरडे, यू गो थ्रू विद द प्री सीन, इफ यू हैव गॉन एक बार फिर से रीड करिए, you go through with my write-up pre-scene analysis। In the beginning, these write-up for 7-8 pages, some videos and all that, ये relevant बहुत नहीं, लेकिन since so many technical words they have written, I thought that how you will understand, तो मैंने वो टेक्निकल वर्ड को कवर करने के लिए थोड़ा वीडियो दे दिया। लेकिन उसके बाद जब मैं चालू हुआ कि भाई फर्स्ट पेज से दिस हियर सीमा, दिस इज फ्रॉम रेड, दिस इज एक्चुअली द राइटअप, कि मैंने एक एक पेज को शॉर्ट में लिखा है, वेरी शॉर्ट, what they want to convey, so that you understand different types of printing system and all that। Then उसके बाद I have created some scenarios, not exam standard, basic level, छोटा छोटा सिनारियो क्रिएट किया और उसके ऊपर राइट अप लिखा कि सस्टेनेबिलिटी, एथिकल इश्यूज, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन दे विल गिव, नॉट दैट सिंपल क्वेश्चन, बट अभी तो एक बार सिंपल समझे तो सही ना, तो उसके ऊपर कैसे आंसर लिखेंगे, क्या बनाएंगे, हाउ टू डेवलप। देन I have done some important analysis which will be required in every question in exam। Michael Porter, PESTEL analysis, SWOT analysis, stakeholder analysis, थोड़ा सा ethics से related question, sustainability से related question लास्ट में दिया। आप अगर एक बार रीड करेंगे शांति से, suppose you have 2 hours, you can read it in 2 hours, you don't need to mug up। Maybe after 2 hour reading you want to read it once again, on next day you read, so take a target that you go through these 2 materials in next 2 days, Sunday, Monday, every day 2 hour study, not more than that Krita, only 2 hour study is more than enough to pass the exam। 2 घंटे कल और परसों ये दोनों मटेरियल को कवर करना है। फिर जो मैंने क्वेश्चन दिया उसको पढ़ लिए, क्वेश्चन रीड करने के बाद you want to do some research, you want to do some research somewhere, you have 1 or 2 days, do some research, on 1 day write all the answers, you have done the research, you have run the pre-scene, थोड़ा रेडी हो गए और एग्जाम कल नहीं है, वट एवर यू आर राइटिंग राइट, but with the given time frame. इतना नंबर का है, इतनी देर में लिखना है, खत्म. In your own words, you will be writing in Word file, submit. I will give you the answers on the next day, before the class only. Whatever is given by them, I will share with the answers also. And then we will discuss that length in our class. Ki maybe you have read the answer, done the research, but there are many things you have question in your mind. Maybe not. I will discuss at length whatever I will give for 1 week homework. So that 360-degree we cover that area. Nothing is left. 1 area for 5 weeks. Then we will do mock paper. That's I do every class, every batch. Okay. And the class timing will always be this only. Scheduled for you, as I said. Once the CIMA will finish, I will again start CSCS Sri Lakshmi. The batch in which you were coming, I will start for them.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, there's a quick question regarding the core areas. What is the core area? You said in 5 classes there'll be A, B, C, D. What is it? I'm sorry, I lost the connection
They
there.
have written, no problem. They have written as a CIMA case study syllabus content, core areas A, B, C, D, E. One core area is about strategic analysis.
Okay.
Another core area is about environment analysis. Another core area is about risk analysis. Another core area is about corporate governance analysis.
Achha.
So that way they have created 5 core areas. They have explained the syllabus content, but understanding that syllabus content, how it is applicable for our pre-scene, what type of question come, I will create scenarios and questions which I will share with all of you in each core area. So that they are asking for the core area, we will be able to understand on the basis of our pre-scene, on the basis of our study pattern. So 5 class pe 5 classes, we will do that one by one. And then once the core area are done, you have understood basic what they are asking, how to write the answers and everything. Then we will go into mock papers, which is not core, all combined. That is CIMA is asking. Take na? There is no point that you start reading on the website or anywhere core area ye kya kya hai. Not required. Believe me. I am there. I have read that. On the basis of that only, I will be giving you questions. Just that everybody need to write the answer. You can't say I'm in the office or this, that. Not allowed. If you say this, you are wasting your time and I'm not hearing. जो है चुपचाप से लिखना पड़ेगा. कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है आपके पास. जब बोला गया उस समय तक लिखकर सबमिट करना, नहीं तो मेरे को टाइम कब मिलेगा. Many times suppose I am asking you submit by Thursday. Friday मेरे को टाइम नहीं मिला, मैं चेक करता हूं सैटरडे के बाद. I will be checking each individual answer, not a single answer I will left. But बाद में सबमिट करेंगे नहीं होएगा. You will submit after 5 days, then I am checking the second one, you are giving the first one, the problem will arise. Yes.
Sir, when you check all those papers, if you have some good points in somebody else's paper, I hope you will share those points. Na?
I will share each individual answer to everyone.
Yeah, which is great.
By default. When
Yeah,
I will check all the copies, I will share with all of you in all one mail. You can refer others' answer who has written
that'll be
better than you. I will write in the mail also ki in this paper, in this first core area, he is the best. And he is the worst. That also I will write. Maybe somebody is thinking mere ko worst kyun
Well, that's okay. I mean, what I meant is it's, people have different thought process and it's helpful to know how they think, and sometimes you come with some brilliant ideas, Yeah. Thank you.
Because we need to do comparative analysis to become better. Not that I have an enemy with anybody else. But it's essential that I will do comparative analysis. How others are performing. I need to improve like that. In life, this is important. है ना? ठीक है? So I will give you the questions either now only or in some time. Max to max tomorrow morning. But I will give now only. I don't want to keep any headache in my mind. I will give in some time the questions. You need to go through those questions from Tuesday. अभी आप पहले प्री सीन और ये सब एनालिसिस पढ़िए. अभी कुछ नहीं पढ़ना और. Questions का answer you can write when you go through with the analysis. Then you will be able to write the answers. Okay? Leaving for today. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Hope you
All
enjoy
the
your
very
cooking
best.
session.
Yes. Speaker. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.